Americans helping Americans and AMPLive coming to you live with our live meetup this week, Thursday, today, July, well, the date's the date, right? I'm Erick from AHA, Americans Helping Americans. We got a live meetup today in person in the Northern California office and streaming live throughout the United States of America in Southern California over here in the Irvine Diamond Bar and Chino Hills area. I always got to look that way because that's where it's at. That's where we're located. I am Erick. Without further ado, I am your host for the day in this video, always live and uncut, right? So we're going to talk about a few things. I'll give you a little synopsis, but we're going to go live today, stream it live. You see the video floating around anywhere, save it, watch it. There's going to be awesome nuggets that we're going to drop today. We're going to be talking, what's the theme today? Amplify your life. Amplify your life. Amplify your real estate investment game through creative real estate investing. We're going to talk about how awesome and beautiful creative real estate investing is. We're going to talk about amplifying your life in general and your business in general. And if you're having a hard time, you need to watch this video, okay? Hopefully we can enlighten you, inspire you, and get into this business because it's awesome. We love it. But we are going live. We are live right now. Watch this video. If you have any comments, go ahead and type that up down there. And we'll answer them as we move forward. Of course, I got to wear these things here, right? Some glasses. Without further ado, I am your host today. I am Erick from AHA, your AMPLive real estate show. Today is what's happening. If you're live in NorCal, awesome. Hopefully you break bread. Go down there, visit the guys down there and the gals, or in Southern California, or throughout the United States of America and the world. You can watch this live, okay? I'm your host from Americans AMPLive, the American Mentee Program. I am Erick from AHA, Americans Helping Americans, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together along with you and others throughout the United States of America. Powered by AMPLive Media is a marketing and media company. And AMPLive, the American Mentee Program, the only program of its kind where we train and mentor you across the United States and others across the United States one-on-one, 7 days a week, if needed, right? That's what it's all about. We have some awesome testimonials, not today, but they're there. If you want to go ahead and check them out, go to AMPLive.net, go to AmericansHelpingAmericans.net, go to the Spotify channel. There's a blog. There's all kinds of stuff out there, Instagram, all the social media. Take a look. Check out the videos. If they help you out, awesome. If you're looking to come aboard, what I'm going to talk about today is amplifying your life. Amplifying your real estate game through creative real estate investing and amplifying creative real estate investing and taking that even to another level, okay? Above and beyond regular real estate investing. If you're an agent or a broker or even a loan officer and you want to learn the art of the deal, reach out to us. Go to AMPLive.net, go to the AMPLive Facebook group or page, PM us. They'll get in touch with us here in Southern California or Northern California. I believe we got our co-host is Mr. Victor from Northern California, right? He's the operator and head of the office down there in Northern California, Concord, California. If you're there, awesome. If you're in the area, go check it out, right? It's in Concord. Go visit. You know who you are or not. If you're out there and you want to learn and get some knowledge, go meet and greet and eat. Have some fun, okay? If you're in Southern California, come out to Irvine, Chino Hills or Diamond Bar. We'd love to speak with you, hang out with you. I did hear that on Monday, it's official, right? I usually don't bring on a lot of people in Southern California into the main office and things of that nature in our core, but it's official. We are looking for awesome people to come aboard and work with us. Acquisitions and dispo and high ticket sales, as well as Northern California. Mr. Victor is high and heavy on acquiring some awesome, good people. So if you're a sales monster, and you can sell your butt off, we want to talk with you, okay? Doesn't matter where you're at. If you're in those areas, awesome. If you're not, it's okay. You can be anywhere in the United States or the world, and we'll work with you, okay? But we want to talk with you, send some resumes, or let's do some Zoom calls. Let's do a little bit of interview and see if we're a good fit. Same thing goes for our one-on-one mentoring program. If you're looking for a mentor, hey, that's us. Creative real estate investing is our jam. A little history on me. I got started in 2003. Doing this creative real estate investing. It wasn't creative real estate investing. It was just no money down, right? Good credit, bad credit. Buy a property, find a property, fix and flip. Buy and hold. Awesome stuff, right? Before all these other acronyms came out and these other terms for creative real estate investing, it all flies under under that umbrella, creative real estate investing. Okay, and real estate investing as well. If you're an agent or a broker, right, and you want to dominate your area, reach out. Today we're going to talk about how awesome it is amplifying your life, amplifying your real estate game, and creative real estate investing. What do we got here? Erick Jimenez. Hey, how's it going, brother? All right. Rock and roll as always. That's what is the core. It's all about rocking and rolling. I hate it when people say, I'm so busy. Are you busy? No, I'm not. If I had $100 every time I heard the word busy, sheesh, that'd be some extra juicy gravy. I prefer to say rock and roll because, hey, busy is like a priority thing, right? When you tell somebody, hey, I'm busy right now, this means that you're not a priority. Whatever's on the table is a priority. Already got that MLM thing going on. Well, hey, you know what? Give me a call in 5 minutes. I got to go. I got a bunch of calls. I got to do all this shit. It's either true or it's not. 9 times out of 10, if it's multi-level marketing or network marketing, it's bullshit, right? So I hate that. So we always give as much time as needed with every mentee that comes aboard. It is a selection process for the one-on-one programs. Also, have another update that started last year, the year before, actually 2 years ago, about a year and a half. We have the one-on-one mentoring program that we've had for the last decade, selection process, right? Must qualify, we must be a good fit for each other, or you do not come aboard. Doesn't even if you try to write a check, if we're not a good fit, it's not a good fit, all right? At the same token, it is a reciprocal. We both got to get along. We both got to appreciate each other, like I did with my mentor, right? When I got started in 2003, and I was working a full-time job, or I should say a salary gig, right? A corporate salary gig, 80, 90 hours a week. It didn't start off like that. Started off 48 hours on a salary. You know, of course, I worked my way up the corporate ladder. I started off at the bottom. 5 years, got into management because they say, hey, if you can move into something within 5 years, then, okay, you're probably doing pretty good. If it takes you 10 years to get into management, there's something wrong, right? So for me, I've always learned that from, reading the Think and Grow Rich book that, hey, the goal is to do more than what you're paid to do. If you do more than what you're paid to do, then you'll always have a freaking job. And I learned that, but I'm also a hard worker too. And not just the labor stuff, but that's what I got started up. Thanks to my granny, right? We call, we're Hispanic. So, at the end of the day, I call her Nana, right? So Nana Rose, right, would put my ass to work in the backyard. And this is back in the day when backyards were freaking huge. We didn't have any subdivisions. Old ass rickety shack houses with stairs and pillars and shit. Pretty awesome stuff, I thought. But a big ass yard, almost like a half an acre, with the little shitty lawnmower that you fire up and crank up, right? Go to local gas station, get some gas, fill that son bitch up, man. Just to cut that backyard probably took like 10 gallons of some sort, right? But she put our asses to work. Myself, my cousin, my sister. We wouldn't, except for my sister, but she'd get in there and have to work too because she wanted to get in with the guys, right? Then Richard, he'd get in every once in a while, but he was a little guy, and I'd get stuck doing what? Mowing the damn lawn, the whole back freaking yard, right? Got a fence rolling this way, a big old 8-foot concrete fence, and the other side was a parking lot. A big giant walnut, I think it was an walnut tree, I'm not sure. It was huge, and we used it as a fort, and then a bunch of other fruit trees. And sometimes sometimes we didn't cut the grass, so that grass would be like that tall. And literally lifting it up and coming back up and down to cut that freaking grass and busting our ass doing it. But it gave me character. Gave me character to say, get your ass in there and get dirty. It's okay to get dirty. Opportunities are in there when you learn to build, or what my granny was doing is saying, get off your butt. You want to go play, you can go play after you cut the damn grass, right? You can play after you do your shitty homework, right? Figured that thing out too. I got, being in school was always a pain in the ass unless they can hone in on me and make it to the point where I wasn't getting bored, right? But I think I learned my work ethic at a young age by my granny putting me in the backyard to work, and she tried to do gardening and stuff. She didn't have a green thumb, but hey, she put us to work, right? We have to rake up all that good stuff, put it in trash bags, prune the damn trees and everything, right? We had a big walnut tree that we had to chop down and stuff. And yes, it was my granny and my cousin and my sister, right? And a couple of people, like people from the block, right? I should, so to speak. People, it used to be back in the day when you can sleep with the doors unlocked and the windows open. before that crazy killer came around and started doing some crazy shit in California, right? And everything was locked down. But just a little history, but I know I'm going off on a tangent. Hopefully you don't mind. But the bottom line is this, right? We're all human beings. We all grow up in different ways and different scenarios. But the main thing is that we're all human beings, right? God does not make junk. He only makes rock and rollness, right? That's us, you. Everybody here has what it takes to go for their dreams and go for the gusto, to go for what they want in their hearts and in their souls and in their mind, right? It's been a long journey for me because I got started off doing that, right, with Granny, and then figuring out what I want to do in life and scenarios. We all got our scenarios that I won't get into. It's personal and things of that nature, right? But it makes us stronger, right? Things that happen to us should give us character to help us build for the future. And it depends on how you frame those things, right? And I got the bug. I'm not going to lie. When I was a kid, I got the bug on marketing. Because back in the day, it was all about magazines. And you look at the back of the magazine, they got all these little ads. I'm going, wow, that was the internet of the day, right? You look at the back of the machine, of the magazine, and you're going like, okay, hey, you open it up and you look at the back and you go, wow, look at that birdcage. Build a birdcage. Send $5. How to become a millionaire. Send $3. Look at this and look at that. It's called mail order. It's just where they'll send you something for $2 or $3. They go, okay, cool. Trust me, I've done it. I've collected a lot of that stuff, kind of like Russell Brunson. I heard the story. If you know who Russell Brunson is, awesome internet marketer. I've done some tremendous things along with Mike Filsaime and stuff, right? He did the same thing. He'd collect all kinds of shit, all kinds of marketing, like from the Dan Kennedy days and everything, and it became his obsession. That was my obsession when I was younger because I loved it. I was like, man, I love to read. I love absorbing. I love breaking. I love critical thinking, analyzing, analytical thinking. And I just kept looking at this stuff. And I said, man, one day I'm gonna do this stuff. I'm gonna become a mail order guy, right? And I didn't even know that. I was like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And I'd literally be piling up all this marketing stuff. And my mom's like, what are you doing? That's like tons of trash. Why do you keep collecting all this stuff? I said, no, that's gold. That's my future, right? You don't understand what's going on here. This is awesome. This is crazy. But at the time, mail order was so expensive. You need like hundreds of thousands of dollars to rock and roll. Kind of like coming in a little bit too late. Was it a day late, dollar short? But it was awesome knowledge, right? And then things started changing. And then things started moving into like the internet, right? And started moving into they got the CDs and cassettes and all that good stuff. And if you look at what happened here? All this shit. What happened? Down. Where'd all these things go? Hey, what's up? There he is. I'm gonna go ahead and roll you in. Hey, what's up, Victor?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Let me pull up this other stuff. I don't know what happened, but I need to pull these other things up real quick. You got the stream, cool. Where'd that go? Should be there. So we got that. Yeah, I'll pull a couple other things. See, you made it, man. Sorry, I was on a roll there, man. Thinking of the reminiscing a little bit.
Yeah, all good. All
right.
good.
Cool. So let me pull this up too. So we're gonna talk about obviously we'll talk about a couple stories here, but I was talking about work ethics, man.
Yeah.
And how I got that work ethic was probably from my granny, and throwing me that big old backyard to cut some grass, right? And believe it or not, can cutting grass help you, right? And I think it did because you showed me that, hey, you know what? You got a choice: either a labor gig, work for someone else, or use your freaking brain, right?
Right.
And that kind of, I like, a good set of working, and doing some laborious stuff is always a good thing, to a degree, right? But I figured out early that I didn't want to use my hands. I didn't want to be a carpenter. I wanted to use my brain, right, to make money. And I think my uncle as well. He was a businessman, and kind of said, he kind of pegged me. In other words, studying, looking. He was one of those analytical thinkers, and he says, you know what, you're going to be one of those guys who uses their head like a blue collar guy, right? You're not a laborer, Eric. I said, are you sure? I said, you can work, but your brain thinks differently, right? And we're all wired differently at the end of the day, but we can all work towards being what we want to be. And when you're young like that, you want to be inspired, right? You want to have dreams and aspirations. A lot of times when we talk to mentees and we're going, hey, is it a good fit, right, Victor? And we ask, did you want to grow up and really be an electrician all your life? Did you
Right.
want to be a plumber? What do you do now? Or you're a secretary? Did you grow up and say, I want to be a secretary? And they're like, no, not really. Okay, then what are your passions? What did you want to do, right? They go,
Right.
well, I wanted to be a cop, a police officer. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an astronaut, right? All those things that we saw on cartoons and all these other things to dream a little, right? But as you
Right.
went, but society puts you into what? You got to go to school, go to kindergarten, train you how to associate with people, go to the first grade, show you how to write and read and how to show up to school, and pretty much programming you for a job, right? Programming
Right.
you to be a sheep, programming you to be a slave and to do your thing. And then I could even get deeper and say, look, hey, well, I said that thing about the 666, right? The number of the beast. But yet, when we're born, we all get a what? An SSN instead, right? A social
Right.
security number and shit, right? We're still marked like freaking cattle. And a lot of that started from the depression, right? When after the market took a shit and stocks went to crap. But just thinking about that over time and going, well, yeah, what happens, right? So most people kind of disengage and go, well, shit, I got to go get a job now, right? I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get a degree. And I'll say it here, and people could dispute it at the end of the day. College is shit. College is bullshit. College is just showing up enough to get a degree that you paid for, which is kind of like showing up and getting a real estate license because the government says you're a professional, but you're not, but you don't know just because you're paid for it and you pass the test and you get a certificate that says you're a professional real estate agent.
Right.
You don't know shit, right? Go figure. I get it. Kind of like driving. I believe that driving in the United States of America is it's not a privilege. It's a right. But yet they want you to do what? You got to get a license. You got to pay for this shit. For what? When it's
Right.
a privilege, it's not a privilege when it's a right. But yet they make it seem like it's a privilege, and they keep stripping shit away, right? But that's my little shit with DMV. But that's that. The bottom line is, right? I'm going to put this back up here. Let me throw you on here real quick, brother. All right, cool. Yo, there you are. All right, cool. Check this out. All right, man. So today is amplifying your life, man. Thursday, Amplify. Usually it's a sales day, right, brother? We're calling, working deals, recruiting throughout the United
Yes.
States, looking for good people. Go ahead and I kind of introduced myself already. I'm one of the managing officers for AHA, Americans Helping Americans, AMPLife, the American Mentee Program, powered by AMPLife Media. Without further ado, Mr. Vic, you're there in Northern California. Beautiful, lovely office, right? Looking for some core peeps to help rock and roll with us and potential mentees throughout the United States or even in your own backyard, right? Because I did say, I don't know if you caught it, man, but it's official. On Monday, I got the okay to start bringing some peeps down in Southern California as well, which we usually don't do, but it's okay. We're going to do it. So we're looking for acquisition, dispo, same stuff. Go ahead and tell us what you're looking for down there in Northern California to
Yeah.
help out with that beautiful office down there.
Yeah. Well, hey everybody, my name is Victor. I'm the head up here of NorCal's office for AHA and stuff like that. It's very exciting. We're expanding. We just opened up the office up here a few months ago and stuff. Things are coming in. We're hunking and chunking. Doing deals. But what it is we need more people to come aboard and stuff. We're looking for some acquisitions people with experience, some disposition people with experience in real estate and stuff, as well as we're looking for door knockers. Let me see. There's a couple. I know we're looking for a couple more. Yeah, salespeople, people who can
Yeah,
come
high
in
ticket
and
sales.
do sales, high ticket sales. Those on that end, they could be experienced, or if they don't have experience, it's okay. We'll train them on the sales thing and stuff like that for them to be able to understand the product and stuff like that and know what it is. So yeah, people for high ticket sales. We're also looking for lead generators. People that could do lead generating and stuff like that, making calls and stuff, talking to customers and employees and stuff like that, and everything that they have to do as well. So we're just looking for new people, more people to bring aboard and stuff like that. They got to be like-minded. They got to be able to listen, learn, and execute, take action, and not just sit down and just let life pass them by. They need to get in the game, you know. If that's you, hey, reach out to me. We can talk and stuff like that. You can reach me at 925-255-5493. That's my direct line. And you could also reach me at victoriousrealsolutions@gmail.com if you need to send me an email. Or you can find me on Facebook as well at Victorious Angel Lopez on Facebook.
Right. Then they can go to the Northern California meetup, right?
Yes, we have a
They can
Northern California
RSVP or
meetup.
just join, right?
Yes, they can.
It's like meetup.com and then plug in, what is it, AMPLive NorCal Real Estate Group or something like that,
Yes.
right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. So check out the meetup, or let me see, I'll put that up there. That's, let me see if we can see that. Can we see that? Investor, this is in Concord, California, right?
Yes.
And if they go to, so this is the AMPLive Real Estate Investor Meetup. Go there. And RSVP, easy peasy. Get some information. We got one for Southern California and others popping up in different states. So they got your information, brother. So can you tell me a little bit about like that high ticket sales position? You mentioned that it could be like anybody's in sales, right? Whether pest control, car salespeople, selling stuff online, offline, in person, doesn't matter, right?
Right, it doesn't matter. Just as long as, I mean, like we said, even if you don't really have any experience in sales, we can help train you and stuff like that. You know, get you in the game and stuff. But preferably, if you have sales, any type of sales, whether it's door knocking, whether like Erick said, pest control, selling those vacuums, anything like that. I don't know if you guys remember Cutco. You guys ever did Cutco and stuff with the super cool knives and stuff, and those things that could cut through and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter if you have any type of sales experience or none at all. But preferably, if you know the situation and how things are and that whole dynamic of having to push sales and stuff like that, that's awesome. Contact us and we can talk more about it.
All right, sorry, man. Just had to get some coffee.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and if you come down and meet Victor, send your resumes, send some links down below, or get in touch with Victor in any way, or go to AMPLive Facebook page or his Facebook page and PM, and we can do a live Zoom call, or we can meet at the office if you're in Northern California. If you're in Southern California, reach out. We'll meet down here as well. We'll definitely talk and to see if it's a good fit. On the high ticket sales, awesome, because we're looking for some awesome sales monsters, man, right? I like to call them sales monsters. If you're hungry, and I'll throw this out there, full disclosure, right? One, we're not attorneys, we're not bookkeepers, we're not CPAs. At the same token, in the real estate business, right, as they say, full disclosure, right? You may start with somebody, but you may not finish, or they may not finish with you. At the end of the day, too, you may do this business, and there's some people always say the story of two, right? They both do the same shit. One rock and rolls, and the other one doesn't. The other one doesn't know why, but this one just moves forward, right? It just is what it is. The same thing in real estate. Full disclosure, right? We'll give you all the tools you need with the one-on-one mentoring, 6 months, one-on-one, 7 days a week if needed, right? And at the same token, it's plug and play.
Yeah.
We do things in a different way where it's very reciprocal. We're doing things that the industry is not doing. So that's why we could say it's the only program of its kind on the planet in regards to how we do stuff, right? It's basically put together the way I worked with my mentor back in the day with Hal and Hal's Houses and a few other mentors, right? Made it super reciprocal where I was able to listen to him and listen to how he spoke and listen to how he worked with the sellers and how he walked the house. Everything that I've done in the last cycle, we bring to the new cycle and continue to share with others. It's kind of like I was discussing earlier. Remember, Victor, in regards to, let me, I guess, do this real quick. And in regards to Bruce Lee, the movie, right? Remember the movie Bruce Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did martial arts, but he only trained like movie stars and people that can afford him, right? At the same token, he was sharing stuff that was in the arts that unless you're part of the bloodline, his bloodline, or were chosen to be taught with your sensei or dojo guy, I forgot whatever they're called, right? Because I'm not into. I love Bruce Lee. I grew up when I was younger. I was telling you my stories when I was a kid, right? Bruce Lee
Yeah.
was one of my idols. Evil Knievel, right? People like that. But if you notice that there's no books, but then something happened, and then he had to challenge somebody from that same group and said, if you beat this guy, then you can teach these Americans. If he kicks your ass, then you don't teach these Americans anymore, right? And he won. But that guy, while Bruce Lee had his back turned around, kicked him in the back and broke his fucking back, right? Which is, hey, that's the way it goes, right? That's why you can't trust anybody in this world. At the end of the day, you got to always be working with the core and working with people that you can trust. The integrity and loyalty and communication is super important.
Yeah.
Communication could break down, as we talk about, right? And be repaired. The first two cannot.
Yeah.
But he won, right? So then he started, adversity, right? Look for the seed, right, through every adversity. Or Think and Grow Rich, right? Look through the seed of adversity in everything that happens to you, good or bad. For him, he was up on what? In the hospital, right?
Yeah.
And he's thinking and thinking. He go, man, what if there's no books on Jeet Kune Do. Sorry, probably even pronounced it wrong for the people who are actually rocking or going. Say, bam, give me a slap, man. Say that shit, don't say it, right? But in honor of Bruce Lee, awesome dude, and his family, the bottom line is that you had to think about those things, right? And he goes, when you're up, when your back's broken, you're sitting in the hospital, you get a lot of time to think, right? So he's thinking and going, okay, he wants to mix up his martial arts with some boxing and came up with his own type of martial arts, right? Obviously. And then he said, I'll come out with a book. And then he had his wife who was going to help him, right? And he's literally flipping back and forth and looking at pictures and drawing shit, or his wife did. And then he would write and he put his books together, right? That's kind of like the first thing of like what you see out on the internet now, right? You got videos and you got books and you got PDFs and all that shit, right? But he was wanting to put a book together on try to share his secret that he had, right? And share it with the world instead of just Americans, the freaking world. So through adversity, he found that seed in that nucleus and he said, boom, I'm going to do it. And then then it changed, right? Into saying, hey, I'm not just training. He'd be selective and train certain people, but then he opened up his what? His dojo or his martial arts studios, right?
Yeah.
And then more and then more. And, so then he kept rocking and rolling, right? That's kind of what the art of the deal is through creative real estate investing. It's kind of the same thing with AMPLive and the American Mentee Program and AMPLive Media, AHA, Americans Helping Americans, right? AMPLive, PMA, Positive Mental Attitude, based on Think and Grow Rich and Napoleon Hill's studies, right? Everybody who comes aboard, right, brother? You got to read that book, right?
Yes, you do. And it's an awesome book, man. It's an awesome book.
Right?
Right.
And the goal is to what? Read it and study it and read it and study it until it becomes you, right? Until the stuff inside the book jumps up at you and you get your aha moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of these puns and acronyms, I don't know, done through God's grace, right? Because we always say, when you get your aha moments, right? AHA. Whoa, shit, is that on purpose? And that's through God, right? You look at AMPLive, the American Mentee Program, or AMPLive Media. AMP, spelled backwards. PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. Is that on purpose? That's God's grace, right? That's when you know when things are rocking and rolling. We're here to change people's lives. We have a cause and a mission. And I know that's why you're here, brother. That's why you're sitting where you're at right now. Because you have a cause and mission. We have a cause and mission, and we're both going in the same direction. And that's what we're looking for. That's what you're looking for, right?
Yes, it is.
And you're prepared. I know Victor's prepared to amplify people's lives, man. That's why That's why he's doing what he's doing. Trust me. Victor has a story. We all got our stories, right?
Right.
And Victor, may or may not want to share a little bit of his story, but you probably wouldn't recognize Victor sitting right now. And how many years back would they have to go to be unrecognizable? Or it's up to you. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but I will. I'm going to share a little bit about my past. I usually don't, but I'm going to do it.
Okay. Well, me, I mean, they'd have to go back maybe 5-6 years.
Okay.
5 years. For sure.
And what did that look like? Picture-wise?
Mm.
Physically?
Physical, just everything in general. I was just at a very low. Let's be honest, a very low point in my life.
Mm,
My mom had recently had passed away and stuff. I had to take on a lot of responsibility.
yeah,
You know,
remember him.
I used to be a tattoo artist and I used to do music and stuff like that. I enjoyed it. I still love it to this day and stuff like
Yeah,
that. It's great. It's one of my passions and everything like that. But um, in that whole situation, that I had to take on more responsibility. I had my own children. Some siblings were left behind and stuff like that I had to take care of and help be their guardian and stuff. And I just knew like something had to change. I needed to do something. And I just sat there one day and I was like, what did I really, really, really want to do when I was a kid? And I always remember being that kid that, Mommy, I'm gonna buy you a huge house, a big house. You're never gonna have to worry about anything, and stuff like
awesome.
that. And I wasn't able to provide that for her, but I know that I am providing that for my brothers and sisters and my kids. And I know that she sees that and stuff. So, like I said, I mean, everybody's story is different. I've been through my ups and downs and stuff like that. But I just focused. I seen and knew what I wanted, and I knew it had to be with real estate and stuff. And it just resurfaced and it pulled me in. And that's where I'm at now because I know everything I've learned and everything I'm still learning and just everything that I'm being able to do and stuff like that is really changing my life. That I just want to do the same for others and let them see and let them be a part of it. That's why we're looking for people to come aboard as well. People that really want to take action, really want to change their lives and get out of what they're used to, and they know that they're meant for something better. This is where it's at because I used to feel in that same position, and things have changed for me. And we can help you. Like we said, if you're teachable, coachable, you understand, and you take action and do what you have to do, it's going to be an amazing experience for you. And it's a selection process. Not everybody's going to be able to come aboard and stuff. We're not just worried about just anybody coming on and stuff like that. You got to have it in your core too that you really want this, that you really want this, that you'll do whatever it takes,
Right,
literally whatever it takes legally. Okay, we don't do anything unscrupulous or like crazy or nothing like that.
right,
Scrupulous. I mean, we're very unscrupulous and honest, and we just like helping our fellow Americans and helping them change and transition with whatever they're going through. And it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling and stuff. All the people that I've helped and the people that that are coming aboard that are learning and being taught not just a one trick pony type situation in real estate investing,
right.
but more than that. That's what nobody understands. They could think, oh, we're gonna just learn one thing. No, not with us. If that's what you think, then you're already judging a book by its cover. And that's not the way to be all the time. Just take a chance, just really look into it and see what it's really about before you
Right.
make a choice and decision. Because if you guys are watching this at today or any other time in the future, it was meant for you to see this. You have to get in contact with us and see what we can do to help you out and how you could become what you really want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? And whether it's just training you to get into the game in real estate or whether you just are tired of where you're at right now and you want to do a different type of job or be in a different type of environment. Like I said, we're looking for acquisitions, dispositions. We're looking for cold callers. We're looking for door knockers, and assistants as well. We're looking for the whole shebang because we're building a team and we're growing and stuff. And now there's positions that are coming up that need to be filled, and we're looking for the right type of individuals to come be a part of this amazing experience and this amazing just business and growth and everything that the service that we're growing and providing. It's an awesome experience, man. That's all I can say.
No, I hear you. No, that's awesome, brother. Thanks for sharing that. And I know
Yeah.
you did a couple other things too, right? Which I'm going to kind of share a little bit. When I grew up as a kid, wanting certain things, and I remember the song, the first song that clicked in my mind. It was Rush 2112, right, from Moving Pictures, and that shit just blew my mind. Believe it or not, right? I'm gonna date myself here, but I had one of those radios, right,
Uh,
the cassette player.
yeah.
You press play, and it'd be a radio and all that good stuff, and you hold it, a little tiny one, man, right?
Hmm.
And I had Rush 2112 Moving Pictures, the cassette, and I put that shit in there, and then that song just blew me away. I played that song so much that I wore the some bitch out, had to get another one, right? And and then back in the day, they had these tall Crush bottles, right? Bottles with it said Crush on it, and
Yeah.
you save those and turn them in. So I saved some bucks and stuff, right? And then we had a thing called Tower Records. You remember Tower Records, or too young?
Yeah, man, I do. I
Okay,
remember.
Tower Records was like when people went to the mall, right? It was like that was my candy store. Albums, man, right? The covers, the albums inside of it. Going and looking at the whole store and seeing all this music stuff and going, damn. Then that kind of opened up the doors to music, right? And it gave me something, some type of sense of purpose besides the school and life and family and stuff. And everybody looks at certain things and digs into something. I dug into that music. I started breaking down the drums and the keyboards and the vocals and bass and stuff. And I'm going, wow, this is freaking awesome. And when you have something, a passion, and for whatever reason, it clicks in your heart, clicks in your mind, clicks in your soul, right? And for me, that was kind of like everybody's looking for pieces of their soul, right? Of who they are. And for me at that young age was like, this does something to me. It completes me somehow, right? This is what I need, for whatever reason, man. Maybe it's because the parents are divorced or whatever the hell it was, right? But that filled that void. So I listened to it and I'd go save up my money, man. And every month hey, it's record time. Go with my mom. She just let me roam in the store. Big ass stores too. Back in the day, these record stores were freaking huge, right?
Yeah.
And go in there and look at all the archives and, buy me this, buy me that. And then try to talk my mom into, giving me a couple extra bucks for another album, right? So I started collecting albums and cassette tapes, right? And then the albums started coming out and I started collecting vinyl. But what all that means is that I had to move forward. I want to do the same thing. Everybody has the same dreams and aspirations to a degree where they want to break the chain. They want to build a legacy. And for me, it was the same thing. I'm not going to lie, man. I wanted to buy my mom a house. I wanted to get her things. I wanted to because she worked her ass off trying to take care of us and this and that, and my granny and everybody, right? So it was like, that's why I figured I'd get out of the environment, break the chain by going into music. And that's kind of what I did, right? I followed that path. I figured out how to practice and how to learn how to do my thing. I didn't know what it was because my dad was trying to get me involved, and he just like, oh, come on, here, Sam, do this, do that, give me drumsticks and stuff. I said, nah, I'm not into all that, man. I don't want to do any of that. Of course, this is after the fact, after I got the bug. Kind of like real estate. Real estate is a bug. Real estate is infectious. Real estate does something to you when you start looking at it and breathing it. It's one of those passion things, right? Like this. I can be on here all day and talk about real estate all day long, talk about deals, constructing deals, the art of the deal, creative real estate investing, right? How powerful it is and all that other good stuff. But it's just a accumulation of time over the years, right? And so that's why I said I'm glad you're here, brother. You're representing. I'm glad you showed up. 90% of this is about showing up, man, right? At the end of the day. And then action, taking action, execution. You execute, like I always say, right? Like you said earlier, if you can punch your way out of a paper bag, follow directions, right? Be coachable, take action. You're going to get results every single time. You're going to get results like a freaking recipe. And then we're going to talk about those results, right? Every time we talk about those results, right? That's like part of the training, muscle memory, right? Until you get your what?
Your aha moments.
Amen, brother. Till you get your aha moments. Aha. Oh, now I understand why we're doing this, and this to get this, right?
Yeah.
And it usually comes sometimes right on the first one, second one, third time, fourth time. Sometimes it's the fifth, sixth, seven, eight, 9 times, and sometimes they never come, right? I mean, not from you, from experience, but from other mentees or just stuff in the world, right? Shit happens. But the goal is that, hey, we're very patient. We're very tenacious at what we do because we love what we do. And we keep rocking. We don't move to the next phase, right? Until you understand the concept. If you don't understand the concept, it's not like a race, right? I always say it's not a race, right? We're not don't rush the process, right? Like we were telling the young lady, or we were speaking, right, with Miss C at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
And don't rush the process. It's in her head. Don't rush the process. It's not a rush. It's not a game. right? You're not trying to win by get all this stuff down, like watching YouTube University, watching videos and PDFs and trying to figure all this shit up and go, I need to get a deal in 60 days because I don't have any more money in 60 days because I quit my job. Okay, well, hey, you should do your best work. If your back is up against the wall, you should do your best work. And if it don't happen, then keep on rocking and rolling and keep on punching until you get there, right? I commend you for that. That's why we started, AHA, Americans Helping Americans, in 2010. Before that, 2003 to 2010, right? We were in the real estate We Buy House company business, right? We'll buy our house, 24, 72 hours written guarantee, all day long, right? In the last cycle, we never wouldn't be two investors beating their heads up to go buy one house, or even agents. Agents would get pissed off at us because we're buying properties and they're not listing them. We're getting them because of a process that was created and built. A system, a process is super important, right? Same token, right? Same token last cycle. I didn't want to knock on doors and I didn't want to call people. Hate cold calling. But you can, it's part of the business, right? We do train it and we do share it and it does freaking work. I said no. Got one website for sellers, one website for buyers, national 800 number, extension for this, extension for that, blah, blah, blah. Local number, brand. Me, I work behind the brand just like you and I work behind the brand of AHA and AMPLify, right?
Yeah.
And created a boutique real estate investment firm. Same thing that's happening now, along with what you got right there in your office in Concord, California. Right?
Right. 100%.
And the reason we do that is because we went back and look, hey, what works and what doesn't? Old school with new school, because we love technology, we love marketing, we love tech. So we always want to stay on top of things. Yeah, things can, always be revised, a little sexier logo, sexier this, sexier website, blah, blah, blah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep rocking and rolling it. Then add some extra stuff on top and build around it. Build around the nucleus and the core, right? That's like saying, hey, we need to update this, update that, but it's your brain, right? You're going to toss your brain to the shit, you toss your brain, you're dead. Your brain is the nucleus, right? What you have and what we do is the nucleus. It's creative real estate investing. Once you learn it, no one can take that away from you. Ever, ever, ever. It's like the most valuable thing on planet Earth is what I call priceless, man, right? And that's the reason I say priceless, because it is priceless. Is it priceless to have a mentor, brother?
Yeah, it is.
What's your take on it?
You need one. That's it. I mean, there's so much I could say about it, but I don't want to run on about it. But I just say you need it. You need it, man. People need a mentor, and they need somebody to be there with them. There's a difference from coaching and mentoring. Mentoring takes you further. I could say that because I've had coaches, but it wasn't until I had a mentor that things really shifted and changed and started to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized it's like, what he said is what I need to do, and what I'm doing is what's making it happen. I'm creating results. And
question for you.
Go ahead.
Wholesaling versus creative real estate investing.
Creative real estate investing.
And I'm going to tap onto that a little bit on how powerful creative real estate investing is, right?
Right.
And why wholesaling is awesome, but it's a one-trick pony, and it's part of the process. You remember what a bird dog is?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we all get started, we usually get started and start tapping into, hey, maybe I'll be a bird dog, right? I'll find properties for other investors and they'll give me a referral fee, right?
Right.
That's a bird dog. Do you hear that term a lot?
Yeah, it's been surfacing up again a lot more. Yeah.
And that's because some of the old dogs are coming back, like Ron LeGrand, Peter Conte. Haven't seen Carlton Sheets yet, right? That's the dude that I kind of went after, and I liked his stuff, and I liked his methods, and that's where I got the part of the creative real estate investing bug. Some of the others, not so much. I looked at a lot of their stuff. I had friends that bought their courses for $15,000, $20,000, looked at it, go fluff, 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 shit, 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 fluff, 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 shit, 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 right? So, like some of the shit that's out there now, I'm not going to name any names, right? But, it is what it is. People are paying $50,000 for it, $20,000 for it, $85,000 bus tours. I think there was the highest one was $150,000 one day, brother, seminar, $150,000, man. Insane.
That is
Yeah, I
insane.
couldn't believe it. I saved him some money. I said,
Yeah.
man, so he thanked me, and we're gonna do some business out here in California, Koreatown. Um, I won't say who it is or anything, but the bottom line is that that was that's crazy to even want to attempt to do that. You're not gonna learn this business in one day. Does not happen.
Right.
Impossible. I don't even think Elon Musk can figure it out in one day. Maybe he could. He probably could. He's the genius and what do you call that? Photographic memory.
Yeah.
But he even said it himself, right? Read, 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 man. Makes you super powerful. That is a superpower. Creative real estate investing, having that, add that to your arsenal, another superpower. Correct?
Correct.
It's kind of like the thing you were talking about, the Avengers, the initiation type stuff, right? They all
Yeah.
got their superpowers, right?
Yeah.
Got to figure out what your superpower is, all right, out there in the world, people. We're looking for you.
Right.
You got some dormant superpowers inside of you that we want to
Mhm.
bring out. But before we do, we got to talk, we got to chat because the AMPLify American Mentee Program is a one-on-one process, right? It's one-on-one mentoring, but it's a selection process. That's why you got to reach out and just talk to Victor. Reach out to talk to some of the other people. If you're talking to somebody now in regards to AHA or AMPLive, set up that appointment.
Yeah.
Lock it in. Talk with us. Let's see if we're a good fit and get you up and running and rocking and rolling. At the worst case, you go, man, this is not for me after 3-6 months or whatever. At least you know what's going to happen. You're still going to learn some things that others don't know. And maybe it'll resurface. Maybe it'll come back. Or not. But it will help you in your everyday negotiating of the art of the deal and everything that you do, from going to Walmart to buy this or buy that, or go buy a car, right? It's in everything we do. And that's the beauty of the art of the deal, creative real estate investing, and how we do that, which is, hey, it is a selection process. A lot of stuff people are doing is on YouTube University, videos, PDFs, Facebook groups, and stuff like that with the blind leading the blind. It is what it is. Does it work? Sure. Here and there, I definitely get it. We're not here to beat up anybody at the end of the day and vice versa, but we know that the proof is in the pudding. I will say from, I believe, a year and a half ago, I think we discussed this too, Victor, right? That to fill that need, to be able to reach out and touch tens of millions of people, yes, we have programs now, right? I believe there's 3 other programs that are on the table now, right? I believe one is obviously the, what is it? This one here, right? AMPLive, the one-on-one mentoring program, right?
Yeah.
And AMPLive, the one-on-one mentoring program, obviously, but let's get back to one more thing. Acquisitions. If you're an awesome acquisition sales monster, we want to talk with you. If you're a dispo person, we want to talk with you. Dispositions. You love selling property, you love working with property, you love the art of the deal, or you want to learn the art of the deal with us, get in contact with us, okay? Every position is based on commission. You're an independent contractor at the end of the day. Sales, it's commission-based. Freelance, same thing. If you're a lead generator and you want to go in that route, or you want to come aboard as a high-ticket salesperson and you're a sales monster and you just want to convert, I will throw this out there, right? Full disclosure, it's totally up to you because it's action-based. We will give you leads and things of that nature and train you. But if you have the potential to make $10,000 a week to $10,000 a month. Your flavor, totally up to you. You come in and work as many freaking hours as you want. Do work from anywhere in the United States of America or the world, and you have the opportunity to make $10,000 a week or $10,000 a month, totally up to you, or more, right? It's doable based on these products, which is the one-on-one mentoring product, right? The only program of its kind where we train and mentor people 7 days a week. It is one-on-one mentoring for 6 months and a few other things. It's plug and play, right? We set up all the marketing and all kinds of stuff. I won't get too much into it, but I'll share a couple of slides here in a second. And then we have the 90-day coaching with interactive mentoring program, right? That I'll share with you in a little bit. And that's basically exactly what it is. Videos, yes, PDFs. But with the interactive mentoring is you actually get the live calls, right? You get live calls that are going to come down the wire once or twice a week. And then we get through the first 30 days like boot camp. And then we start hitting some people and start talking to some sellers and start going on appointments and start writing up some offers. That's where the interactive mentoring comes in. This is for 90 days, okay? We'll get you up and running. 90 days. A 6-month one-on-one mentoring, you're probably going to shave off 3 to 5 years in this business. Our new products that we just coming out, our new programs that are rolling out, right, for this year in 2023, the 90-day coaching with interactive mentoring, where we will get in there. You start bringing deals to the table and we start working on, we're going to work with you. Victor will be on the damn phone with you negotiating. If you're in Florida, does not matter because we got these beautiful, lovely things. We got these things here, right? We got technology to be able to share with you so we can be your Hal like Hal was to me. Out of the comfort of, yes, his office, my office, our office, or anybody who decides to come aboard and work with us. You know how it is, right, Victor? Remember when we could bring this back again, but you got your aha moment in regards to going, shit, I can do this business anywhere, including Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
Right? And that was kind of funny because it took a little bit for the aha moment to drop, but yet you were thinking, man, I got to be at my house. I got to be at my computer. I got to be in my office thingy, right?
Yeah.
Or I can't do the business.
Yeah. That was like my bigger aha moment, but the first one,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I just want to shed some light on this.
Right.
The first 30 days rocking with you and rocking with AHA, we locked something up and we had it under contract, and it wasn't just 1, 2, 3, 4. It was a good amount of properties on one contract. This is the thing. That was done right before I had to go on vacation, and we were still able to do things that we needed to do. So it was crazy, and I was still, I was out. I was away, distant from major population. I was still able to talk to everybody I need to talk to, communicate with the sellers, communicate with the buyers, get everything situated and handled and stuff like that and everything. So that was my first kind of aha moment. I knew that I could start doing this anywhere and stuff.
Right.
And then as time went on and stuff, it's just how things fell into place. And then the one that happened again, it was funny because again, that one ended up happening in Disneyland. But we were in Disneyland for what? Remember I told you? For me and my daughter's birthday.
Right.
So we had, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it happened, but and then it happened again. It's like 3 years in a row it happened like that. And it's not just around my birthday. It's just like to show you, like, even if it's around Christmas or if around Easter or around your anniversary, and you got to be doing what you have to do with your wife and your kids and stuff like that, you still can make time. Just dedicate a little bit of time. You can still make it happen. You can still close a deal, pick up a deal, make a phone call, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, you can do this anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. It's 100% true. I could say it because I've actually been through it more than, 3 times.
Proof in the pudding.
Yes.
And that's the way it's designed. It's based on muscle memory, based on action, right? And a lot of times when we're going through this, right? Sometimes, like I always say, which way do you guys want to go, right? We know here it is laid out, but then sometimes people say, I want to go right. And they're going, okay, well, you can go right, but you and I know, or when you get enough experience, right, Victor, that right's a dead end. But if you want to go down there, let me know what you find. Right. And then they go, hey, you're right. It's not about being right. It's just about, hey, we all need that muscle memory. We all need to jump in the ring and get our ass kicked a little bit. And that's what happens before they come and work with us. They get their ass kicked in the industry, whether you're an agent, broker, real estate investor, YouTube University, or you bought into a course and that course and this course and that and videos and PDFs. That's perfect for the one-on-one mentoring program, right? Because we know you're tough. You've been beat up a little bit. So now we got to grab you, train you, get you prepared so you can get into the ring and kick some ass. And you're not alone because we're going to be with you. We're like your trainers, your mentors, and we're helping you. Shit, if they get crazy, guess what? We going to jump in the ring with them, brother?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we will, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's about. We're not afraid of getting dirty either. You're gonna have some experts backing you up. So it's not just you, right? You got the brand, you got our stories or your stories. Everything we do, we care for you and vice versa. It's reciprocal. So therefore, if it's reciprocal, then we know we have integrity and loyalty, meaning we will go to bat for you and hopefully you'll go to bat for us, right? 100 reciprocal, right? Back to the circle of completion. Communication can break down and stuff, but you figured it out. Now back to that hallway, right? Make a right-hand turn, and they come back and they go, "Oh shit, man, there's nothing there." Yeah, exactly. There's nothing down there, but it's okay. Lost proof in the pudding. You got to check it out. Now, where's the money? We go this way. Here's the money over here, and here's why, and this is what we need to do. Because what you don't know is what you don't know. But if you're working with us, right, your first deal may be what? A wholesale deal? Fix and flip? Buy and hold? Sub 2? Option? Marketing? Who knows, right? And I think you've experienced that, and you've seen it, and you know that, right, Victor?
Yes.
Why is it?
100%, yes.
And let me ask you a question. I know I hate this when people do modules. Hey, you got a module for $3,000 is to learn how to do sub 2. Here's another module for you for options. That's going to be another $1,500, right? And I think we had one mentee come aboard who joined a program I won't mention, and then they started calling them back and go, "Hey, if you want this, this, and this," which is probably what they needed in the beginning, if they would have listened to them, and they come back and they want to upsell them some more shit.
Right.
Right? That kind of sucks. We don't do it. Do we do any upselling, brother?
No, we don't.
No.
We keep it honest, man. We keep it real.
Yeah, keep it real.
Sometimes a little too fucking real.
That's true. Yeah. Tell me why you think that. Curious.
I mean, because we just don't provide one thing, and we're not upselling and stuff. No matter what comes down the line, whether if it's the first month or something, like it's a wholesale, and the second month it's a sub 2 and stuff. What are we going to do? Oh, now we need to charge you a different module or something like that to do this? No, we don't do this shit. You know that, Eric. We're going to make it happen. We're going to be like, hey, get in this game. This is your deal. This is your situation. You're going to learn this shit. So you can learn it, and you can continue to do it again and again. So, I mean, that's what's awesome about it. And that's why there's not a lot out there. I don't even know if there is any other ones out there, to be honest, that teach you all that stuff without having to sit there and break it into pieces and be like, okay, well, now you have to, if you want to learn this is what we have to do. No, we do it.
Right.
We do it, and we keep it real, and we're honest, and we're straight up. Like, you really want to go down that path? You really want to do that? Okay, good luck. We'll be here waiting, but don't come back saying, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you were right. Because we don't want to have to be the ones that say we told you so, but we will.
Yeah, right.
But we will, and that's
it's done by design. Obviously.
Yeah. Yes.
Because we want to make sure that, hey, we're not going to get stuck. We used to do that. We used to get stuck holding the bag all the freaking time. Ain't go out of business that way, brother. And so we had to make it reciprocal. So that's why we do it reciprocally and do the one-on-one training, mentoring, selection process. We do plug and play, right? We're rebranding what? Awesome flyers, marketing, our stories, your stories. We're there for you to help you negotiate, work deals, right?
Right.
We're doing some plug and play with the lead gen micro gen site. We won't sell you products, right? So it's not like ShamWow. If you ever seen the ShamWow commercial, hey, we got the ShamWow and this and that, and you buy this, I'm going to throw this in, I'm going to throw an extra one. I'm going to throw ShamWow and some water, right? This is magical water and all kinds of other shit. On top of that, if you pay $19.95, we're going to give you one of these and all kinds of other shit. On top of that, shit, you're going to get a year's supply of ShamWow coffee, man, right?
Yeah, I know.
Right?
But then a price cut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're not going to pay $5 gazillion, right? Or $5 gazillion, right? Like fucking Austin Powers and shit.
They'll do 3 or 4 or 5 low price payments at this and this amount, and it's just
right.
Like, what?
Yeah, we don't do that, man.
Add it up, it's like holy.
Right? Because if we do it for one person, we do it for everybody, right? But once that's done, it's done. Then it becomes part of our core, becomes a part of what we do. Because we do all kinds of crazy stuff, right? We're working with mentees on any budget. So when you say you can't do it and money's your issue or problem, that's all bullshit, right?
Yeah.
If that's the only thing blocking you, then, man, you may not be ready for this yet. Okay? Your mind is not ready yet. Your mindset is not ready yet. You're still stuck in the JOB when you need to become a maverick and manifest frequency and go, money's no freaking object, man, right? Money's a slave. People I love. That's the difference of what we do and what's going to change your life. Even if you don't even come aboard. Hopefully this video and you watch it and watch the nuggets of information and keep on watching stuff. Become friends or whatever. continue. Hopefully it helps you in your life. That's our goal. That's my goal. I know that's Victor's goal. I know there's other people across the United States. That's their goal too. So that's about being like-minded, right? So we're building and we'll continue to build this cycle, last cycle, and the new cycle that's coming. We're geared up. We're prepared for the new cycle, and we keep preparing for the new cycle. And we're adjusting, we're pivoting, and we're adapting because we're not going to perish. I guarantee it. Knock on wood, right? Another 2 decades, another 2 cycles. We're gonna make it through. Especially you. You're a young cat, man, right?
Yeah.
So you'll still be rocking and rolling, or not. Who knows? You might decide I don't want to do that anymore. But you're gonna have the bug. You're gonna love. I can already tell you're gonna enjoy what you're doing. You enjoy what you do now. It's just gonna be a manifestation of something bigger as it grows into who you want to become and be. We're all trying to do the same thing, right? And just help others. You know, some people are not like that. I definitely get that, right? And even with the one-on-one, you don't have to be part of a group and this and that if you don't want to. A lot of mentees come aboard. They're solopreneurs. They want to build their business, and our goal is to help you get up and running within the next 12 months to build your business, to get your brand going, to get your sites, and to have your full-on board business. But at the same token, hopefully we've done our job right, and you go, hey, I'm going to send you guys deals first because you helped me get going. And it's not a requirement, right? After you're done with your 6 months one-on-one mentoring and other obligations that are in the agreements and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then we go, hey, no problem. That means we did something right. Send us some deals. Awesome. Thank you. We'll run them through the network, see if we can all make some money. If not, that's okay. But at the same token, a lot like yourself and others want to come aboard. Hey, I want to open a freaking office, man. Hey, I want to work with you guys. Hey, what's up? You know what I mean? This dude, I love the cause and mission. I love what you guys are doing. Hence, the hiring, acquisitions. You're an acquisition monster, reach out. Disposition monster, reach out. High ticket sales monster, online, anywhere in the world. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll. Okay. We want to write checks, right? Right, Victor?
Yes. Yes.
Want to write checks, man.
Yes.
Because if we're writing checks, then everything's good. Give us a reason and excuse to write checks. Even come into the office. Go into NorCal or even SoCal office and let's talk. You never know what can happen, what can transpire. Maybe we'll give you a shot for 30 days to see if you can rock and roll and do some damage. Because if you can, and you can prove yourself like I did to my mentors, and I brought tremendous value to them, and I was able to make them money and make me money, I learned a tremendous deal. I learned more than I could watching videos, CDs, reading, or even being in the damn field and trying to figure it out by, as they say, fail forward, fail forward, fail forward, fail forward, right?
Yeah.
Didn't have to do that. Now, I'm not going to lie. They say take that first step, right? Because you don't know where the stairs go, but take the damn step. Have a leap of faith. You had a leap of faith. I had a leap of faith. We all had a leap of faith. And we moved forward. Not going to lie, right? I took that leap of faith when I got started, brother, and I jumped off the fucking cliff. Oh, you know what I mean? It was no fucking lie. I'm going to go ahead and switch this up real quick, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the one-on-one mentoring. But I jumped off the cliff because I had a corporate gig that was working my ass off 80, 90 hours a week on a salary of about 45 to 48 hours. Do the math, pennies on the dollar, right? And I think you know this story, and I say it all the time, is that shit. My boss said, go home. It's 23 hours working my ass off. Says, go home and get some rest and then come back. I said, okay, cool. He said, no, like in an hour. I said, an hour? What the hell am I going to do in an hour? Take a shower, take a cat nap, get something to eat, and go back to work. He wasn't bullshitting, man. He was like, no, that's what I need you to fucking do.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is what you signed up for, management. Let's rock. I said, yeah, you're right. Okay, man. So I geared up, man, and I went home. I took a shower, got ready, chowed down some food real quick, took a little power nap standing up, went back to work, man. But, it's a thing called frustration. I got frustrated. I got sick of my gig. I go, man, this is what it's all about? Going up the court ladder to get my, become a regional and do all this good stuff and, get the picket fence and send the kids to college and be married and then be miserable all over again? So, I don't know. I'd rather become a maverick than the JOB slave, right? But I learned a lot. I'm not going to lie. I learned a lot. It was probably better than a damn college degree because I learned P&Ls. I learned how to wear different hats, right, with different personalities, the 4 personality types and everything in between, where you can talk to one person and they'll cry. You talk to another person and they're going to bitch. And you talk to another person, they're going to chew you out. right? And the other one's just going to say, yes, sir. But that's part of the art of the deal. It's part of learning, right? Part of management, part of growing. But I had to learn that out the hard way, right? But it took time. And so it was a natural progression to go into real estate. And then even when I got started, I played, I did a little rock and roll for a long, long time. And that was the goal. But that's what gave me character to grow some nuts, some balls, whatever you want to call it, right?
Right.
Just build some character. It gave me character to say, look, if I can do this, others are chicken shit and are afraid to get on the stage and rock and roll and do this. And I can go on and do it and not do it very badly, right? So I'm like, okay, I can carry a note at least, right? Sing a tune, in tune, sometimes, right? Depending on the time of the day and all that good stuff. So like, what I got to do? Work on the craft, learn music, learn how to do this, learn how to write songs, produce, all that good stuff, right? And then real estate kept coming back into my life. Real estate again as a teenager, real estate in my 20s, real estate in my 30s, and it's boom, right? Bought my first house at 27, along with my lovely wife, and same thing, the bug kept coming. Man, I know there's a better way. I did it the old-fashioned way. I got some credit going, I got a little bit of money, and I got a loan, and I got a traditional deal. Home, my house, with my family. But I'm going, man, I know there's a better way. Yeah, creative real estate investing. Took a while before I got there. But I kept writing my goals. I don't have the book in front of me, but you read the book, right, brother? Think and Grow Rich, right? And you continue so. And then I got another book. Here's one for you guys and gals. 17 Principles of Success, right? That's what I call it. But it's Napoleon Hill's, right? It's 17 Principles of Personal Achievement. I call it the 17 Principles of Success, right? The business Bible, not to replace your regular Bible or your Bible if you read it, but it's a reference guide. Learn those 17 principles. Make them part of your core, right? Desire, definiteness of purpose. Mastermind Alliance is what you're doing down there right now, brother, right?
Yes.
Mastermind
Alliance.
Building. Building, go forward. That's right. All got to go in the same direction, forward, with the same mission. If you don't, and you start getting viruses in between there, you got to either get them in line or him or her with your Mastermind Alliance, or you have to eliminate the virus. That's just the way it is. That's business, because you want people of all like-minded to have the same vision, your vision, right? The vision, our vision to move forward. And if that's you, then you need to reach out for Dispo or any of the positions that we're looking for. Or if you're wanting to build your own legacy and do your own thing, and you're just having some hard times, and you spin your wheels for 3 months, 6 months, a year, year and a half, no deals, no closings, or still trying to figure this out, man, I'm still trying to figure out wholesale, and it's been a year and 3 months. I spent $20,000 on this program, and I'm watching videos, and I'm watching PDFs, and I get somebody calling me once a week to make sure that I'm watching the videos and reading the PDFs, and then getting on these live calls, kind of like stuff like this, and I get on a live call, and I ask a question, but there's 30-year-old bunch of people, and they go, man, I never get my question answered, or they're talking about stuff that has nothing to do with where I'm at in my particular level of thinking or in the business, and it just spins their wheels, right? We had a gentleman like that, awesome dude, who just wanted to buy a property, build a portfolio one house at a time, learn how to do some wholesale, working a full-time gig, and a few other things in his life, and saw video like we're doing, or maybe another video, and said, man, this is what I need. This is what I want. Didn't take very long, came aboard, 60 days later, bought his first property, man, right? And then same thing. He's going to live in it for 1 year, go get another property, rent that sumbitch out, build one house at a time, or until maybe he'll take his portfolio, sell it, and then get some multifamily. Whatever his flavor is, right? But the proof of the pudding worked, because when we started in 2010, I needed to make sure a couple of things, right? To make sure that we could sleep at night, to make sure what we do works, to make sure that we're sharing the art of the deal with the people who are going to appreciate it, understand it, right? And take it with them to the grave, or share it with their family, right? That's what I did. Last cycle, I didn't share it with anybody, man. I take the files, would literally go in this big old bag, not a duffel bag, but a roll bag. They made them a lot bigger back in the day, right? And all the files, man, would go in there. And I remember one time we were doing a tour of houses in the area, And homeboy drives in his what do you call it? I think it was an Escalade. No, Escalade. Lincoln, big Lincoln Navigator, right? SUV. Comes with his checkbook, ready. I'm ready to buy some deals and shit, and do some deals. I think he did a deal or two with us, and we're in the car driving, checking stuff out, see if we want to pick up some more properties. And it drops me off at the office, and he starts driving away. You might have heard the story, but here it is again, driving away, and I'm like, oh shit, where's my bag? So I start running after the guy, like $6 million man, right? Having in my mind, doo, 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 doo. Anyways, so I fucking pound on his window, bam, bam, hey, what's up? He goes, whoa, what the fuck, man? What's up? What are you doing? My bag, man. My bag. He said, your bag? Yeah, can you grab it for me? It's right there, man. Oh, yeah. He tries to grab the fucker and is like, oh, damn, what the fuck you got in here, man? Money? Bags of gold? Yeah, kind of, sort of, right? Because all those deals were contracts. Properties under contract, or they're properties that were wholesale, not wholesale, but they're subject to existing financing, where we owned the properties, and others were options, and we had other deals that were just in the pipeline with contracts. Yeah. And it's like, in other words, that's money. That's like I always say to you guys, right? Bag of gold. You got a bag of gold there, but we need to take it to the end zone. We need to go cash it in so we can get those mean greens, because people don't take gold at the grocery store, right?
Right.
So that's what it did, man. I pounded. That was funny because I looked at his face. Oh shit, man! He had to literally get out of the damn car, grab my bag, and give it to me because it was so heavy, right? I said, "What do you got in there?" They said, like I said, right? What do you got in there? Gold? I said, "Yeah, kind of, brother." Well, what's in there, man? I said, "No, it's just files, bro." And I grabbed my bag, went into the office, and that just stuck in my mind forever. So then I share it with all the mentees. I share it with you. I share it with others, right? We get a contract if it's you make your money when you buy it, not when you sell it. If you got a good contract, right, that's your bag of gold. Bag of freaking gold. Let's go cash the son of a bitch in. Right? Let's turn that gold into some mean green. But that's what that stuck with me for a long time. And now we just bring it to the forefront, man, of what's going on in life and what's going on in real estate. See how long we on here so far? Okay, an hour and 12 minutes. Yeah, go for it. Sounds good. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can you guys see it? Can you guys see my information up there? Oh, man. Maybe not, huh? Here, let's do a different color.
It should focus. Let me see. Let's try that.
Maybe a different color. Maybe the blue's not working.
Try red.
Yeah. One second, everybody. Just want to put the information. No, that's even worse.
No.
They don't have any black. Well, I don't have any black ones at the moment.
No.
See. 1 second. Let's try
All
this.
Right. We're gonna have to we'll put in a, what do you call it here? Let me see. NorCal. When we put a join NorCal office, how about this? I think I can do this. We'll put a, what is it? Telephone number, right? Edit. NorCal. What's the telephone number?
925
925
255
255
5493.
5493.
Yes. Maybe if I put it right here, it'll be able to. Excuse my handwriting.
Blow that off real quick. Here we go. Let's try this.
Is that better? Can you see that one? All right, cool. Yeah, I see it down at the bottom.
Yeah, make that number fucking huge.
That's what I'm
doing. French. I'm gonna say, man, potty mouth. So join us, NorCal Meetup, 925-255-5493, AMPLify NorCal Real Estate Meetup Group, AHA USA, in Concord, California, Southern California, Irvine, Diamond Bar, Chino Hills, and throughout the United States. Reach out.
That better? Hopefully.
That better? Yeah, there you go. Just got a couple of shadows there. 925-255-5493.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
The 925-255-5493. Contact Vic, NorCal. Let's get some resumes or some live meetups. Not live meetups, but live Zoom calls. Let's see if we're a good fit. Okay, so awesome. I put it in the ticker down below as well.
Okay, cool.
If you see that, it'll be in the video. We're going to talk a little bit about AMPLive one-on-one. Unless you want to add some stuff, you got anything that's on your mind right now, we're talking a little bit about amplifying your life, amplifying your real estate business, right, through creative real estate investing, as well as what creative real estate investing is. I know you love it. You got the bug as well. And we're going to share it with others. We're talking about the 6-month one-on-one mentoring program, which can shave you off about 3 to 5 years in the business. And then we'll talk a little bit about the coaching with interactive mentoring, 90-day program. That'll shave about 1 to 2 years in this business. And then we have the 30-day challenge, right? Which that's that, remember we were talking about, right? The first 30 days, right? Hammer down. It's gonna produce results for you as long as you show up to the party and do what you need to do and follow the recipe, right? Along with our help. And that's the 30-day challenge. That'll shave off about 6 to 12 months of spinning your wheels in the business. And then we did launch something in the beginning of the year. It was called the 5 Days to a Deal Challenge, right? 5 Days to a Deal Challenge, which we're going to kind of probably going to do because everybody and their mother's starting to do their 5-day challenge, 30-day challenge. We're doing 30-day challenges 2010, when the market was shit. But it's just something that we've always done. Now they got these 5-day challenges. And everybody and their mother's doing a 5-day challenge, whether it's real estate, internet marketing, life coaching, this, that, all kinds of stuff, bombarded with marketing. It is what it is. But the 5 Days to a Deal challenge, still debating whether we're going to charge or is it going to be a simple fee or is this going to be free, right? Free, where we get on here for 1 hour. Day 1, we do this. Day 2, we do this. 5 days should be equivalent to a 30-day challenge, but it's just going to be getting in very quickly. There's no one-on-one, no interactive. It's just going to be us live and going through day 1, right? Your mindset, micro goals, how to break down a deal, day 2. Day 3, role play. Day 4, surfing for deals and getting your phone to blow up and talking to sellers. And day 5, let's see what deals came down the wire. So, there is I guess, like Russell Brunson says, right? There's a ladder program, right? Before it was just, hey, you come and work with us. One-on-one mentoring, selection process, nothing else underneath it, right? It's either here or here, right? Pick one.
Right.
Just keep spinning your wheels or jump aboard the one-on-one mentoring program, right? And at the end of the day, now we have the 5-day challenge, 30-day challenge, 90-day coaching with interactive mentoring. And then when you're ready for it, one-on-one mentoring, right? So that's the top tier. That is going to change in 2023, obviously, and it's not because of inflation. Just because we take on more and more people, it costs more and more to do business at the end of the day. But at the same token, nothing ever stays the same, is what it is. We always adjust at the end of the day, and we know that what we're doing is way too low. The holding costs to come aboard are still way too low for what we do. But that's always been an argument for the last decade. We should do this, and we should not do this, and we should do that, and we should charge this, and we should charge that, and we should do this. And so I always got to argue at the end of the day to keep it the way we got to keep it. But sometimes I lose those arguments, right? I lose those arguments. I say, I don't want to be like everybody else. We don't want to be like everybody else and have videos and PDFs and a bunch of bullshit at the end of the day, right? So, but we have to adapt, right? We adapt, adjust, or we perish. So I said, hey, how do we still make it reciprocal like when we started the one-on-one? How do we make that shit reciprocal? Well, obviously, I'm not going to get too much into it, but I'll go ahead and kind of share a little bit about it real quick. And how all that got started, and then started thinking, right? And my daughter had an awesome thing. She said, Dad, if you want to go ahead and help tens of millions of people in the United States of America and the world, you're going to have to do what you don't want to do, right? We're going to have to do what we don't want to do. And that's videos, PDFs, and all that other crap, right? But it is what it is. That's coaching. Some people need that coaching. right? They need to have that until they're ready for the one-on-one. So we designed everything from the back to the front, right? Kind of did it ass backwards. Here's what we have, one-on-one mentoring, awesome, let's do it. But how do we do coaching? Because we get a lot of people who come to the wire, they don't know shit. Not gonna lie, we work with people who don't know shit. That's okay. As long as you have what it takes, like I said, be coachable, follow directions, take action, you're gonna get results, you get your aha moments, rinse and repeat. And that's good. It works. It can happen because they're like tenacious, right? They're a different type of breed. Maybe they're business owners. Maybe they're entrepreneurs. Maybe they're super, super hungry. And they're like, I'm going to do like I did, right? I said, whatever you want me to do and say, Hal, I'm watching you and you tell me to do it this way. Guess what? I'm doing it. I followed directions. I listened to him. I had a leap of faith in my mentor. And there's a lot of dynamics that went in between that before I got him. I had to go through a bunch of shit and get beat up before I got to him, right? Same thing here. A lot of people got to get beat up in the industry before they come to us for one-on-one. But we're also missing the boat by not helping others, saying, hey, here's a 30-day challenge. And we've talked to a few people, right, Victor? In regards to saying, hey, you know what? Kind of got half of the horse. They got me set up with this, that, and technology and this and that and all that good stuff. But when they got leads, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know the art of the deal. They couldn't work with the seller. They didn't know what to say to the seller. Oh, have you even called them? No, I've been texting. Okay. They got problems. The first part of the horse is missing. So a 30-day challenge would help that young lady, right? It would. Because she would learn one. She didn't even know how to break down deals. How do you get your ARV? I don't know. How are you going to get paid? I don't know. They just said send stuff to them. And they'll work it out and look at it and then send me, hopefully I'll get a check. Really? Doesn't that seem kind of naive to a degree? It does. But people have leaps of faith and they choose the wrong peeps at the end of the day or whatever. Just it is what it is. It's just how it runs and how it rolls. So we can help those people with the first 30-day challenge, right? The 30-day challenge where we're going to get them up and running. Or is it the 90-day, right? Coaching with interactive mentoring. Some people need that before they get to the one-on-one, right? They need to see value. They need to figure out, hey, is this working for me? Can it work for me? That's for like the tire kickers, right? Kicking a business for me? I'm not sure. Bam, bam, kicking the tire. Let me check it out. I knew what I wanted because I did the research. I studied. I hammered down. Yes, I went and got a real estate license. No, I get stuff as well because I thought that's what I'm building a business. I'm not here to test it out and see if this is going to work or not. I said, no, this shit is working. It's going to work if it takes me forever to make it happen, right? So first and foremost, it says in this little thingy here, if you read this, right, kind of going through my story, right? I did start in 2003 and the founder of some of these thingies here. You've heard it all expressed today. See how the internet's going, right? Who are we? Kind of know who we are, right? We've kind of been talking about that. And we do have VIP execs and VIP lender, a real estate company traditionally, and for mortgage as well, traditional and hard money. That's in your stable there, right? Over here in Southern California and any office that pops up across the United States, right? So if you're looking for that same thing, so we might as well add that to the roster, right?
Yeah.
So if you're a real estate agent and you want to hang your license in Northern California or Southern California, get in touch with myself or Victor, and then they will put you in contact with Liz, which is the one who is over the lending and the real estate, VIP execs. If it's not her that is in charge of VIP execs and VIP lender, we'll talk to you, interview you, see if it's a good fit. You hang your license with them. Hang your license with us. Okay, full disclosure. For both of that, traditional real estate, and if you got your NMLS license and you love doing loans, we want to talk with you. Reach out, right? Because you can work out of the Concord office, you can work out of the California office. And if you're not getting what you need, or the culture's not there, or the training's not there, or certain things aren't there that they promised you, because that happens in the industry a lot. So if you're new, you might need to talk a little bit, see, because we want some experienced people, maybe just not getting what you need, and want you to come aboard. If you're new, then that's going to be the same thing, a selection process to see if it's going to be a good fit at the end of the day, right? Because usually agents will hop around for the first 2 years of their career looking for a brokerage. Same thing for lending. But those are two different breeds there, two different types of mindsets. So to throw that out there, and then I'm going to move over to the next slide real quick. If you got any questions or if you want to interact, just let me know, Victor. And obviously our core values. Yes, I'm a God-fearing man. We're God-fearing people. At the end of the day, do you have to be God-fearing? No. We've had some atheists aboard. We have some people who don't believe in God. We have some people who believe in, Buddha and all kinds of other stuff. It's okay. It's not my job, our job to judge you, just like it isn't your job to judge us. That's up to Mr. God, or at the end of the day, for me anyways, right? I'm not a holy roller, but I do believe in God, and I do believe a higher power, and that is him, along with frequency, vibration, and doing what we need to do right up here, mind, body, and soul, right, brother? Victor, and for you out there, it's true, right? So when you know something, and hopefully this helps you, but it's not a requirement, but I do like to share that with you. Pro-American as well, right? So it is all obviously about the American dream, and our goal is to help ordinary people become successful through real estate, through AHA and our other brands. And we mentioned integrity and loyalty. So a lot of this stuff that we're talking about is in these slides that we're sharing with you right now, right? And I'm going to the next one real quick. As long as you're passionate and can follow directions, right? I always like to say this. This is the beauty. Let me talk. Should I tap a little bit into creative real estate investing or keep rolling, Vic?
Yeah, we should tap into it a little bit. Let them know.
All right. Creative real estate investing. What is it? If you look at the slide here, it says, give us $1 million and we can buy 10 properties in California, right? Now, obviously, things have changed a little bit because we had that 18-month moratorium. So foreclosures in the last cycle were about maybe $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 behind in back payments, 10 or 15, 5 or 10, depending if it's in the Midwest, East Coast, or the West Coast, right? So that changes a little bit, right? So now we got some people, and we're seeing this. You're seeing this, right, Victor? Where some of the back payments are 80 grand, 100 grand, 200,000, right? I think we saw that one that was in Northern California for 200K, which is kind of insane. But there's still equity in the property, which is good for now. And till simple supply and demand happens, right? So simple supply and demand, if anybody knows what that is, I'm sure you do. If you don't, just means simple supply and demand. If we got tons of foreclosures, then properties drop. If we don't have a lot of inventory or supposed inventory on the market, then properties rise, right? It's kind of like Lambos or kind of like cars, right? Cars right now and car dealerships are the mom and pop car dealerships are having a hard time because cars are so damn expensive. They want $10,000 more, and this is wholesale shit, than what the car is worth or what they could get them for 2 years ago. So that's a problem, right? Until properties come down, I'm not going to lie. Last cycle, when everything took a shit, you can get a freaking Yukon, a brand new Yukon for $15,000, man, cash. They were going for like 40, 50, 60 grand. Now how much are they? I don't know. Do you know how much a SUV is nowadays?
I've seen some
Victor?
up to like 60, 70, even $80,000 nowadays.
Right. Okay, yeah. Dude. So, can you imagine? So that same shit's going to happen again, most likely. This time it was a little bit different. Last cycle, a little bit different. But creative real estate investing is to the point where you're using a leverage. Now, people can say, well, leverage, LPM, other people's money, the bank's money, this money, that's all great. But it's all about providing a solution and being able to buy properties, being selective and creating a solution, creating a deal and structuring the deal, right? Based on the situation of the seller, right? And that's basically what we've been doing, and that's our jam, and we're experts at it. We're awesome at it. The bottom line is that creative real estate investing is you give us $1 million in California, and we can buy 10 properties in California. Northern California, Southern California, doesn't matter. Give $1 million to a regular investor, maybe they can buy one or two, 5, 6, 700,000 bucks for one, right? 3 or 4, 500 plus repairs and all that good stuff. Maybe they can buy two. But that's the beauty of leverage, right? It's the beauty of creative real estate investing. By being able to, when I got started, it was no money, no credit, bad credit, doesn't matter, did not matter, where you can get into a property and leverage it. Buy a property for $10. You think that's possible? Yes, it is. Yes, it was, and yes, it is. Can you buy a property for $100? Back then, now, yes, it's true. You're using leverage. right? You're going to use private money. You're going to structure a deal to go creative on it, whether it's seller financing or subject to the existing financing, subject to the existing taxes, subject to existing to whatever you want it to be. But you must know how to structure those deals correctly, because if you don't, red flags can happen with certain things, right? With the bank, insurance, how you write it up, how it's constructed. We always like to put our properties into a trust for legal and tax purposes. We don't believe in taking the deed and just doing a deed and then moving on. Too much risk. But if you want, that's okay. You can, right? There's things that people have done in the last cycle and they do it even now. But that's leverage. Creative real estate investing is where we can leverage multiple properties and do things and do it in a way where it's creative real estate investing, structuring deals subject to existing financing, and then putting the properties into a trust for legal and tax purposes, because these people either had issues or management issues or some type of issues with the property. We're coming in to help manage and get their lives straight and take over the property, fix it, put it back on the market, resell it, flip it. And the seller, right, or not even the seller, just the homeowner all the way around, one way or another, is being taken care of. You know, maybe they're pre-foreclosure, maybe it's inherited property, maybe it's a for sale by owner and they don't have the money to fix it or don't want to spend the money to fix it, don't want to use an agent, or maybe they want to use an agent, but they don't have the money. So these are ways that if you are an agent or a broker or a real estate investor or some sort, you can use these techniques to get into these properties, help your fellow Americans do what needs to be done. I think someone said on the last one, like, how are we benefiting a seller if we're making below market value offers? What the hell is market value, right? Whatever it needs to be. What is the price of a home on this block? Whatever it sells for. Whatever a buyer is willing to exchange money for is what that is. There's not like a set price where you go in and go, look, I need to buy these Filas and they're $89.99, right, or $120. But I can go buy them over here at this price, and then wholesale. The manufacturer is going to sell those to wholesalers, and the wholesaler is going to sell them where? To the retail market. So, right. So what gives one company? It's called capitalism, right? That's what capitalism is. You can have the same shoe, but you can go over here because you like this store and you like these people, and you're going to buy it from them. Overpriced, maybe $200 for a pair of shoes, or you're going to go over here and go, you know what? This place sucks, but I'm going to buy these shoes. Hopefully they're not like fake shoes. Don't buy them for $50. Hopefully I don't wear them for a week and the fucking soles fly off and shit, right? Because they're made in China or Taiwan or some bullshit, right? Everything's made there, right? We got to bring it back to America. Anyway, that's for another thing. But you see where I'm going?
Yeah.
What is that person? What are you doing for when someone makes a comment like that, or anybody makes a comment like that? It's like, okay, why don't you go make up their back payments? Why don't you go write them a check and pay their payments for them if it's such an issue, right? Why don't you go and sell their property for them? Why don't you go and fix up the property, put it back on the market, put it back on the books for the city, so the fire department and the police and the schools all get their tax money, right? And do something good for your country and your fellow Americans in your city. And then when you do that, you're putting it back on the books, so that's good, right? Money's flowing, and then you're going to go ahead and put some people to work. Contractors, electricians, painters. So you're putting food on the table for your fellow Americans, or you can bitch and complain about going, oh, you're taking advantage of these people. Oh, it's under market value. What is under market value? You go write those damn checks and see what it's about, right? Are you going to do it? I guarantee you most people won't. But there are some that will. But that's kind of like my rebuttal when I hear stuff like that. You're putting people to work. You're employing people. You're being an asset to your fellow Americans and America at the end of the day. And then you put a nice house on the market. It brings up everybody's what? Appreciation. The appreciation of the neighborhood goes up because you're making those ugly houses look awesome and beautiful, and you're putting what? Now you're going to put a family in there, right? And when you put a family in there, they go eat, they go buy groceries, they pay their bills and stuff. So they're what? Contributing to the city. All because of you. All because of you went in there. Yes, maybe had to, because we're not a charity, have to make a profit. We all got to eat, and we got to get paid for our extraordinary skills that we have, right? And provide solutions. Not just a one-trick pony and going, hey, we're going to wholesale this thing, or we're going to list your property, or we can get you a loan, right? No, we look at all those things. If it's available to you, we'll offer it to you because that's our ploy, right? Every time we get in, or not even a ploy, that's what we do. How can we provide a solution? Let's see what options you have and put those on the table, right? What options do you have? Well, I don't know. I said list the property. Well, you're in pre-foreclosure. Your auction date's August 14th. What are you going to do? Well, I don't know. I just got to sell it and this and that. And okay, well, the price keeps dropping, and you're using an agent, and maybe you got something in escrow. Do you think the bank's going to stop because you got something in escrow? The answer is no. That shit's going to sale. So why not talk with somebody or a few of us, right? Us or anybody, us for sure, right? Let's talk. Let's see what options are available to you. Doesn't cost you a dime. Free. Let's see what options you have. Put them on the table, because if that option doesn't work and you do not sell it, it is going to the auction block, and an investor is going to go to the auction and do what? Make a bid. Several investors will make bids if there's equity in the house. If there's no equity, then nobody's going to bid on it, and it's going to go back to the bank as an REO, real estate owned. The bank doesn't want it. Trust me, they want their money, but the bank is going to go ahead and take it back sooner or later. And then they're going to evict the homeowners, or were homeowners, from the property. Yeah. And they take over the property, clean it out, and put an agent broker on it to resell it to recoup. But the banks, they get insurance on that shit anyways. It's insured 9 times out of 10. So they're getting their money and getting most of their money back anyways. The rest of it's tax write-off for this and that. Do they want them back? No. Because if they get too many negative performing notes, then it costs them more. So let's say it costs, like right now, interest rates, whatever they are, let's just say 4 or 5%, they can get money at 2-3%. And then they can turn around and lend it to make that spread. But if they get too many pre-foreclosures or non-performing notes back, the government's going to, where to get their money, which is the government, treasury and all that good stuff, then it's going to start charging them 3, 4, or 5, and they're going to man, we can't make any money. So what happens? They go out of business. They go bankrupt. Or the bigger companies gobble them up, and they change their names or bring them on in and then repurpose that shit. Sell off all the shit loans to the Black Rocks of America or other investment firms, and then they'll go and do what they need to do to make money on it. Apartment buildings, commercial. You should see the last cycle. I'll tell you a story. Last cycle, the guy, we're driving these investors through the properties, and they go, oh man, I sold that Albertsons 15 years ago, right? From the last cycle. Yeah, I sold that. And then we look at we drive by, and guess what? There's nothing in it. Albertsons out of business. It's crazy. Yeah. It's fucking vacant. Empty building. And that's what happened last cycle. We start driving subdivisions when the banks start saying no more money. Chop it down. Zip. No more lending. Subdivisions, 200 or 300 houses. We could look like skeleton, just like houses that were kind of like, halfway built. Containers everywhere. With kitchens and bathrooms and roads that were supposed to be done and surveyed and everything, right? All shut down like a ghost town. Yeah. Until it started shifting. Then investors and hedge fund fuckers started coming in, started buying those doors for 80, 90, $100,000 a door because they had the money. And then would fix them up, write it out, put people in there to rent, and then eventually sell. But same thing's going to happen again, right? That's where you're going to hear probably in the next cycle, you're going to hear about tapes. Oh, okay. Tapes are a pain in the ass, right? You want to buy a tape from a bank, 40, 50, 100, 300 houses, 1,000 houses, blah, 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 right? 500, apartment buildings, all kinds of shit. It's there. But you have a position for it. Usually the hedge funds are ones that come in, right? I read an article, someone talking about, BlackRock. BlackRock's going to buy up all these properties. They got $50 billion or whatever it was, $60 billion to buy a bunch of properties. Who gives a shit? Do you really think BlackRock's going to go, hey, do you want to sell your house? We're going to write you a check. No. They're not going to go to people's houses unless they decide to invest in like these open doors and Zillow and shit, right? They already tried that shit. It didn't work. iBuyer shit did not work. People wrote it for a little bit. Now it's gone, right? BlackRock going to get into that shit? No, they'll go directly to the bank. We'll go to Bank of America and buy 100,000 loans. We'll go to Wells Fargo, buy 50,000 loans. They'll buy all their shit from banks and institutions, or what do you call those? Unions who own a bunch of property, and buy that shit all up. The low-hanging fruit, that's for who, Victor?
Us.
Amen, brother. That's for us, for you, and for others to stick around, learn the art of the deal, amplify your life, amplify the art of the deal through creative real estate investing, and you'll be able to go after that low-hanging fruit and help your fellow Americans. Because that's what's going to happen. BlackRock and Blackstone is not going to go after low-hanging fruit, man. They're not going to do it. They're too big. They're too huge to even mess with that shit. They use software and algorithms, all that good stuff. They're going to look and run those numbers unless they figure it out going, there's a huge niche here. We better go after all that low-hanging fruit, man. All right, let's turn into a We Buy House company. All right?
Right.
It's not going to happen. But if it does, hey, then, I'm wrong. So what? That's my crystal ball. I'm allowed to have one, right? We all got crystal balls. Kind of like the opinion thing, right? But that's my opinion on that. Right? So what do? Don't worry about it. Buckle down, put your head down and grind, rock and roll. Get yourself with the right people. Do what you need to do. Don't complain, don't bitch, don't cry, no drama, no bullshit. Let's go help some fellow Americans. It's not a rocket science, I guess, right?
Right.
It's a cause and a mission. So I'll go ahead and wrap up in a little bit, brother. You got anything you want to add?
No, not at the moment. If something does come up, I'll cut you off, or I'll tell you hold up, or something. I'll let you know.
All right. What is creative? We kind of went through that already, right? Rent to own, lease options, wholesale, sub to, fix, flip, buy, hold. No credit, no banks. Structuring deals. And this is cool, old dude. That's from a long time ago. This guy, we wrote him a check. When I get into that story, you ever know the story? How are we different? We do plug and play, but now that we have those other programs, right? The coaching, right? With 90-day coaching program with interactive mentoring, that'll shave off about 2 to 3 years in this business, spinning your wheels. There may be some links down below. There may not be some links, but if you're interested in any of that, we'll talk. I'm going to bring it up in a second, right? I'm kind of share that with you. I think it's right here. Have you seen this? Now, it's not pretty or anything, but it is just the 90-day coaching with interactive mentoring program, right? And we'll train. If you're salespeople want to come down the wire, we'll train you on this. If you want to come and just join, and there'll be a link, and we'll share that with you. There is a process to it. It's very easy, though. If you want to get started in the coaching program, I'll go through it real quick, right? So this is 90 days of gold at the end of the day, right? It's the 90-day challenge game plan. The first week, we get into your goals and mindset. Books to read, what's required to read. Week 2, we get in, discuss breaking down deals. NODs, what NODs are. Notice defaults, loan to value, after repair value. Now, these will always change and adjust, 60, 65, 70, and there are places in California and other states that are doing 75, 80, 85 cents on the dollar. Real estate investors who want to buy and hold are at about 80, 90 cents on the dollar still. They just don't want to buy retail, but they will buy at 80 or 90 cents on the dollar if it's turnkey. Same thing we're looking for if it's cash flowable, or we can go sub to or seller financing, and we will pay more than the average investor to take that property down. We'll get into what is the deal or not a deal. We use regular human beings to get yourself set up, and on the 90-day program in the beginning, we're going to do some of these things for you. So it's almost like done with you, done for you. But as we move into 2023, that's not going to happen anymore, right? We're going to give you samples, and we'll give you things that you can use, and then you have to go build it yourself or move up to the next level of mentoring or coaching. All right, so we'll go into the next part here. Week 3, it's live role play, right? We're going to live role play. We're going to break down deals. We're going to go back and forth. We're going to go and share the art of the deal with you. We're going to break down the micro goal sheet, how it acts as a script. So if you don't have a script, you're going to use one of the best in the industry, taught by us at the end of the day. Then we're going to get you into surfing for deals, right? What the hell is surfing for deals? Surfing for deals is like driving for dollars, right? Every time I do that, it reminds me of the Starsky and Hutch, man, when he's doing the fucking big rig shit, right? Cracks me up, man, when he's all jacked up on cocaine and stuff. But that's the ADHD kicking down. So anyways, back to the topic, man. Surfing for deals, right? But it's like driving for dollars. Now they have a lot of people say, oh yeah, drive for dollars, go on batch or whatever, and driven or whatever. But that software doesn't know anything about the damn property, right? You're still going after a cold lead. We're going after cold leads, but guess what? We're fishing in a pond where there's fish, where there's active fish who say, I want to sell my house. I want to sell my property. I want to sell my apartment. I want to sell my condo. So then we're going into those ponds, right? With a couple of templates that we use and some verbiage and stuff that we do that we set you all, we'll work with you to get it set up. You'll have to do the legwork on this 90-day program here, right? But it's worth it because once you know how to do it, then you can do it forever. And it's going to blow up your phone and email and text with sellers right out of the gate. A lot of times when we're doing this training on the one-on-one, guess what happens? We're on the phone going, oh shit, they're already responding back. What do I say? What do I do? Guess what? We're going to be with you. It's going to happen to you too when you come aboard 90-day program, okay? So we're surfing for deals. We're going to discuss the leads. We're going to have these live phone calls as well, right? Monday and Friday, most likely. Victor will be attending. I'll be attending as well, and others. We go in there. If you come aboard, bottom line is we're going to talk about these things. You're going to have videos to read and PDFs and some study stuff that you need to do. But the interactive mentoring comes in as we go through the boot camp, right? So like the second, third week, we're already surfing for deals. We're already talking to sellers. We're already getting ready to set appointments and do what? Go to the appointments, or you're going to be making phone calls and writing up offers, yes, kind of like on the phone if it is virtual, depending on the situation that you're wanting to go in. Because in the beginning, week one is where we design that AMPLify game plan call based on what? Based on your micro goals, right? We got to have a target. If there's no target, then you're just going to spin your wheels over and over all the time. So that's part of the process as well. We do that for you and help you get rolling. And then week 4, we're hitting pre-foreclosure 101. We're hitting contracts 101, right? We keep moving forward and data. We'll start tapping into what I call verticals, right? Each type of marketing is a vertical, right? You got surfing for deals. You got direct mail. You got text. You got ringless voice message, right? We got door knocking. We got calling. So those things are going to happen over time. And then we will, I guess, offer up the opportunity to jump aboard if you feel, man, you know what? I just want to go into the one-on-one mentoring. All right, we'll talk about that. Okay? We'll credit you and whatever we have to do. We'll make things happen in a way that's fair because if we've done it for others, we'll do it for you. And then we'll get into week 1 where we discuss that, right? Week 1, what's going to happen. Week 2 is breaking down deals. Week 3, we're surfing for deals, we're doing some role play, and then getting into surfing for deals. And then week 4, right, we're going to get into data, the 80-20 rule, and our 20-100 rule, right? So you want to write offers. You want to be able to get in there and start writing some offers and getting some offers accepted and learning the art of walking the house. This is what's going to happen for you, right? I'm going to go ahead and kind of go through this a little quicker. 1 second. This is week 5. I'm not going to go through all the weeks, but as you know that on week 5, right, we're actually pulling data and building verticals. And we're going to show you how to skip trace, what skip tracing resources we use and we recommend. You can use whatever you want. We don't care. But if you go to a certain place in a location, data comes out all jacked up. Once again, that's a mentee going where? Making a right-hand turn going down the hallway, and there's what? Nothing there? Right? You got to go this way, right? Here's where the money's at, and here's why. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and shut that down real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring up this other one. Now, this one is a 30-day challenge, and it's pretty self-explanatory, right? It's first 30 days. Video, PDFs, and yes, believe it or not, for 2022, 2023, it'll stop, but we're going to have some interactive calls, right? It'll be in a group coaching environment. We're going to go to week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and hopefully you got some deals in the pipeline. Because if you do, We're going to select the best ones out of the group, and we're going to work with you exclusively to work those deals, which is awesome. I know.
Yeah, it is. I've been there.
Yep.
We've been there. It was awesome.
So, exactly. So that's what's going to happen there. First 4 weeks, same thing. And then I know that we're debating this, right? We'll have it again. But this is the 5-day challenge. 5 days to a deal challenge. Let me go back there, right? Make sure you read that. 5 days to a real estate deal challenge. And that's going to be like a hyper condensed version of the 30-day challenge, right? Now, in this one, it will save you several months of BS and bullshit. You'll get some good information. You'll get some, information to build a foundation, take into the field and take action, but you may get stuck a little bit here and there. If you're connected, reach out. If it's going to be the 30-day challenge, right? 30-day challenge is going to save you probably 6 to 12 months of spinning your wheels. Kind of like the young lady who didn't know how to break down deals. Why are you going to learn, right? You don't know where you need to be mindset-wise? Well, we're going to figure that out. We're going to talk about that. We're going to go over your micro goals. We're going to have a game plan for you. Even if you take off after 30 days, don't come back. You're welcome. Hey, we got a game plan. At least you got some type of game plan to go kick some ass. And hopefully you do it. If you do it, awesome. But if you don't, we're still going to be here. Come on back. Let's rock and roll, right? We're not going to be all pissed off or anything unless you leave on bad terms, right? But it'll save you some time. And this is pretty much like it is, condensed version, right? So it's almost like do it yourself, done with you, done for you and done with you. So the ladder is there. It took a while before we decided to move in that direction, but that's where we're going. But I needed to make sure. I prayed on it, and I, did my thing, and, it's taken a long time to decide how do we make it interactive? How do we make it reciprocal still without doing the same old shit and putting something nice and fuzzy and shiny and then market that shit, right? Like you said, right, to a fault. Sometimes we're too honest and we're too, upfront about certain things and want to do the right thing. So these programs had to make sure that they're based on the brand, based on what we do to keep the integrity in place, right? And making sure that we got awesome people like you, Victor, and others across the United States that are going to uphold, right, the integrity of the program, even to a fault if it takes longer to grow and expand, but it will. The bottom line is at least we're keeping those things intact. Super important to me at the end of the day, and till I die and it changes, hey, then whatever, right? Nothing I can do about that when I die. Knock on wood. But that's what we got going on. Okay, so if you want to come aboard, reach out. Click some links down below. Thursdays, and you got the meetups that are every Thursday and Tuesdays. I believe we're floating back and forth based on when we can book these rooms. And I know you got something there, brother. And same thing over here in California. If you want to be part of the meetup group, go check that out now. I'm going to go ahead and close this up real quick. And the 30. Any questions on these?
Not from me. I mean, I've been through all that and stuff, and I can say that all that stuff works. All that stuff is amazing when we go through it and stuff. I was never alone, and it was awesome, man. I know what all this is, and this is what we want people to understand. We're giving a lot of knowledge, information, content, time with us, and just there's no fluff, there's no bullshit involved, and no nothing. Let's get you guys going. Let's get some deals going, man. I mean, I love every single deal is because you never know how they're going to turn out.
Right.
You never know where they're going to come from and what it is going to be. Like,
true.
If that doesn't excite everybody, I don't know what should then, because you never know. And now I'm known. It's been going on close to 4 years, actually. And everybody knows that I do real estate investing. So it's like I'm their go-to person. Hey, I have a question. They'll come and hit me up. Hey, Vic, I need to ask you something. Hey, Vic, I have somebody that needs to talk to you. And it's cool and it's awesome because being a part of this mentorship when I first started and stuff, it completely took it from like 0 to 100. I mean, I know that's kind of cliche, but it took it
Right.
like that. And ever since then, just how everything is, it's constantly flowing for me, man. I love it. You know, like I said, we're building an awesome team. We got some NorCal guys already up here. You know, shout out to Tyrell. He's the sales guy out here and stuff like that. If you guys need to get in contact with him and stuff, I'll hook you
Cool.
guys up with him. I got my dispo guy, Erick Ramirez, and if you guys need his contact information or need to get in contact with him, if you're looking about purchasing some properties and stuff, he's the guy to go to. He's the one that has all the disposition stuff that you guys will need to check out the properties and find out any information and stuff like that. And if you guys need to get a hold of me, obviously, my phone number is right behind me. It's actually earlier it was on the meetup or the live right here. And yeah, I'll give you guys my number one more time, 925-255-5493. And I look
Awesome.
forward to hearing from you guys. It's going to be
Awesome.
awesome, guys and girls,
That's right. Yep. Guys and
Yes.
girls, man. We got an awesome young lady kicking some powerful ass right now. We're
Yes,
going to
she
get her
is,
on here.
man.
We're going to get her
Yes,
on
she
some of
is.
these videos as well, brother, right? We're going to talk about some
Yeah.
of the wins and awesome
Yep.
wins that are coming down the wire. Victor's involved in that, obviously, and is from Northern California, so very proud of her. And maybe this week or next week or the week after, we're definitely going to talk about those results and how she's kicking ass, how she started when probably under 30 days. It's already writing contracts.
I know.
Under 60 days, right? She's already ready to get stuff accepted under contract and picking it up very quickly, breaking down deals, writing offers, making the first call, the mission to the submission, making the second call, and now getting prepared to go do the art of walking the house and seeing how we do our high trust selling and art of the deal, where we're dropping those seeds on the table, on the kitchen table, and then letting the seller sell us and why they want us to buy their house based on the seeds that we've dropped on the table. We call it the art of the deal, high trust selling, right? And I hate the
Yes.
word sales or selling, but it's true. Let them sell us, and she's going to view that. Victor's going to be there as well. It'll be awesome. This is what you're going to learn. Anybody who comes aboard across the United States of America, learning the process, right? Everything has a freaking process. From building this mouse, right, to this computer, to coming out with water, it doesn't matter what it is. There's a process on how to make these things, to make anything, and that's what you're learning here. But the secret ingredient, everybody has their secret ingredient for their niche, right? Ours is creative real estate investing, but we do stuff in a certain way. We do certain things in a certain way. Remember that. We do things in a certain way that's different from others. And that's where the magic lies. If you tap into it, you'll see what I mean. You'll feel it. You'll see it. It's proof in the pudding at the end of the day. And it's not for everybody. I will say that, full disclosure, because it may deter somebody or deter people. And I've been told that before. Well, you're trying to close and sell some shit, then what are you telling people? The negative. You got to learn. Hey, it's part of it. It may not be for you. It's not for everybody. We're not for everybody. Real estate's not for everybody. Because if it was, everybody would freaking do it. Does everybody want to do it? Sure they do. Should they? Yes, they should. Even if it's part-time. Who cares? Put your money into something that's awesome and beautiful and lovely, right? There's two things that people need in America. Food, and housing, right? So why not supply that? Why not help others in that aspect? So without further ado, let me see what we got here. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, brother. Anything we need to add besides needing acquisition? Need some acquisition people. If you're in acquisitions and you're working for another company and you want to talk with us, get out and reach out to us. If you're wanting to get into dispo and you know some, you got to obviously have some experience. If you don't have the experience, then that's going to be something we need to really, really look at to see if it's going to be, maybe you're in dispo and maybe you want to move to acquisitions, or maybe you're kind of doing some real estate stuff, but you want to move into acquisitions. It's going to be always the proof in the pudding at the end of the day. It may or may not be a match, but reach out anyways. So acquisitions, right? And you got to be able to find those. We're going to give you leads. We're going to put those on the table. You're going to bring your own leads to the table. We're going to show you how to do that. And you got to be able to bring the deals to the table. You got to be able to set those appointments. You got to be able to work with the sellers in a manner that we do. So there'll be a little bit of training. It won't be any different than probably what you're doing, but there's going to be certain policies and procedures that you got to follow, right, for us in the office and AHA and AMPLive, and then be able to go out there and lock up those deals, walk those houses, bring those contracts back. You bring those contracts back, right, then you're obviously going to get paid, because then we got to go ahead and do what? We got to rock and roll some dispo. So that'll rock and roll down the wire to dispo, and we unload that son bitch, you get paid. So if you are part of dispo, because we are looking for dispo as well, and you want to, and you're awesome at dispositions, whether you're working for another company or not, we want to talk with you. So we will do the same thing. We're going to bring those deals down the wire to you, but you got to be awesome at, yes, talking to buyers. Bring your buyers list with you. We're also going to have buyers list for you to work. You're going to have to know how to call, and we're going to do some training as well, right? Where you got to be able to get in there and do some training and be able to sell the properties that are in that inventory coming from that market center in Northern California, and yes, here in Southern California and anywhere else in the United States. But these two profit centers right now is what needs to happen. So if you're able to dispo and sell properties and you want to get a good split in commission, then you need to be able to perform. We'll know whether you can or not, hopefully. And if you love that stuff, hey, we want to make sure, like we're saying earlier, we want to write those checks, right? We want to write those checks at the end of the day. I'm going to switch this up so you can see the mug. We want to be able to write those checks. Victor and I and us and others want to write checks, right, to the dispo and acquisition people. So if you're in dispositions, and obviously we're going to plug in a TC to help with some of the volume. So we'll make it a little easier on you, right? Where you don't got to take care of all the TC stuff and contracts. There'll be certain things where you got to do to keep track of your inventory. And we'll set you up with the tools that you're going to need to succeed. And then we'll work all that out. And then once if we're unloading properties, hopefully, hey, we're writing checks to you because you're closing and doing the disposition or dispo on the inventory that's coming down the wire. Same thing for the high ticket sales. Whether you're an awesome internet marketer, you're selling pest control, car salesman, you're commission based, and you go, you know what? I love commission because there's no freaking ceiling. Tell me how much I can make. Tell me what you charge. Let me see the product. And if you love it, we will help you and train you and give you all the tools to be successful with it. It's got to show up and rock. And then we want to write those checks to you as well. Okay. And we'll plug in. You bring your ideas. We're open-minded and we have an open door policy. Bring that to the table. And we want to get you paid. Like I said, you got the potential to make $10,000 a week or $10,000 a month or more based on those products, right? There's 4 products right now. There will be that 5th one that's dropping. And anything else that comes down the wire, whether it's software or other products or other things that we create for the mentees across the United States and for AMPLive, then you have more stuff to sell. But right now, we're sticking to what we stick to. So right now, we got one-on-one mentoring. Awesome. We'll share that with you and how to get it sold. And then the 3 other products, right? The 90-day program, 30 days. And that's it right now. And then the 5-day challenge, that's just to for the tire kickers and to offer and deliver some content at the end of the day. If you think you can handle that, reach out. Okay, we'd love to speak with you. If you want to jump on board one of these programs, reach out. And let's get you rocking and rolling. Let's get you onboarded, right? Let's get you moving forward. The art of the deal and working this business. If you're spinning your wheels and spinning your wheels and spinning your wheels, plug in. Guarantee it. You will not spin your wheels. You will move forward. If you're coachable, follow directions, you can punch your way out of paper bag, take action. You're going to get those results till you get your aha moments. Then we're going to rinse and repeat. Sounds pretty easy, and it is easy to a degree, right? But then we're going to have all that stuff in between. Here's my favorite one. Can you see the forest through the trees? If you can, we want to talk with you, okay? But if you're that type who just sees the trees and don't see the forest inside those trees, you might have a hard time. But we'll work with you, right? We'll share with you. We'll show you how to open up your mind, right? And your eyes. So you can go, hey, shit, yeah, there's a river. There's food. There's a place to sleep. There's animals, everything. The whole forest is in there, right? It'll give you everything you need. And that's our goal, is to give you everything you need, because we want to help you succeed in any way that we possibly can. And we're doing our part to keep America back on track. To keep America on track. To get America back on track, right? Without further ado, I'm Erick from AHA, Americans Helping Americans. One American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track, together with you and others across the United States of America to do so. and Mr. Victor and others, right? And AMPLive, the American Mentee Program, the only program of its kind where we train and mentor people 7 days a week, if needed, right? And learning the art of the deal. You want to amplify your life, but you amplify your real estate business with creative real estate investing. They reach out, touch bases with us, call that telephone number, call the national 800 number, 888-828-1468, 888-828-1468. And once again, Victor, what's your number?
925-255-5493.
What is it again, brother? We got to do the ShamWow action.
255-5493.
Awesome. Anything you want to share, man? Because we're memorializing this shit right here on this video. Yes, it'll be out there raw and uncut. And if we do cut it up, we're only going to take the juicy parts and roll them out. But we're also going to put this thing out there anyways because it's all about raw and uncut. It's about the truth. I'm about the truth. We are about the truth. And if that's you, then reach out. We want to talk with you.
Yes, correct. 100%, Eric. And yes, thank you for having me on the live today and stuff. I just want to give a shout out to everybody from the NorCal team. Like I said, Tyrell, Eric, you guys are doing awesome.
Awesome.
Can't disclose the new lady and stuff, but just want to say, hey, great that you're doing your thing and stuff like that. We're working beside you and stuff. It's awesome. You're making good momentum and stuff. You're moving forward and stuff. So that's awesome. Like I said, we got people coming aboard. People are taking action. They're kicking ass. They're doing everything that they got to do, guys. It's amazing. It's a cool experience for me to be a part of it. Like I said, we're looking for acquisitions people, disposition people. We're looking for cold callers, door knockers, marketing specialists and stuff like that know what they're doing. We want to continue to get our word out there and continue to connect with millions and millions of Americans across the United States. We're looking for solid, strong individuals and people that want to learn and that are willing to accept the knowledge and take it and take action and do what they have to do with it. It's a great experience, and I look forward to speaking to some of you. I know it's not going to be a good fit for all of you, but for the ones that feel like they can do this, please reach out. Again, my phone number is 925-255-5493. We are looking for dedicated, motivated people that are willing to learn if they already know. Like I said, we're looking for people with experience as well. Contact us as soon as possible, and let's make this happen. I look forward to speaking with some of you, like I said. And that's a wrap on my end. You guys continue to have an amazing day. It's about 8:09 over here on my end. So I'm going to go get me some dinner in a little bit and get back to it, man. I love this. I love
Awesome.
being part of real estate, man. And I want to help other people out there and have them see you can break that chain, whether it's a generational curse or whatever people think, or it's just negativity, that bad energy, hatred, jealousy, whatever. I'm going to tell you right now, I've been through all that. I've heard of all that. People tried to say that all that was on me, but it ain't, because I'm here today. And if I would allow them to keep me down, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So why isn't it not time for you guys to wake up? I think it is.
Awesome. Truth, brother. All truth. Thank you once again, man. I do appreciate your time. Enjoy your dinner. At the end of the day, without further ado, rock and roll in all that you do. Thanks for showing up, because you did. You know what that's about, right? We all got to show up, man. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and throw the mug on there. We're going to wrap this up. Let me see. I believe everything in regards to hiring, cool. If you're looking for deals, I almost forgot. If you're looking for deals, right?
Yes.
And you need deals, reach out. You heard the telephone number. You see this video. You go to Facebook, wherever it may be, americanshelpamericans.net, AMPLive.net. And if you're looking for 1 deal, 2 deals, 3 deals, 100 deals, let us know. We will find them for you, buy them, sell them to you, whatever it is, or share our inventory with us. I believe next Thursday or the week after, right, we're gonna do the same thing in regards to how to become a first trust deed investor for all these deals that are coming down the wire. And if you decide you want to do a friendship deal, write a check and get a check, and you don't want to pick up a hammer to do any rehabs, give us a call. We'll do inventory. We'll do buy orders, soft commitments. And but we'll do that either attorney to attorney or one-on-one like we're doing, or come down to the offices and we'll chat with you. The other
Yes.
thing is the friendship deals. If you want to get a decent return investment, you want to rock and roll, want to have some lunch, break some bread, talk about some real estate investment deals, whether they're single family, multifamily, retail, hotels, motels, strip malls, it does not matter, right? We will dig it up because we're versed in multifamily as well as single family. But everybody wants to start with, SFRs. I definitely get it. We love to share that with you. We love to work with you. Once again, I'm Eric. I'm your host from AMPLify, the real estate investment show. Creative real estate investing is what we do. It's our jam. Our co-host, Mr. Victor, down there in Northern California. I'm down here in Southern California. We're streaming live throughout the United States and across the world. Appreciate it. Thank you. If you see the video, stop it, rewind it, stop it, rewind it. Look for those golden nuggets to help you in the field. If you enjoy what you're seeing here, go watch some more videos. Go check out Spotify for the podcast. Check out the blog if it's been updated or not. Don't know, but it probably needs to be, right? Reach out to us. We'd love to work with you. Without further ado, I'm done. Thank you very much. I know it's getting late here, but tomorrow is a rockin' Friday, right, brother? So we got to get to work, and hopefully you're doing out there. If you watch this video, keep on rocking. I'm going to shut her down, brother. We good?
Yeah, we're good. All right, everybody.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Good to go, man. You have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Rock and roll.